fatally shot yesterday during a debate outdoors at Utah Valley University. The shot believed to have been fired from a distant rooftop. President Trump mourns the loss of the Turning Point USA CEO and Salem radio talk host, calling him a martyr for truth and freedom.
Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loves so much, the United States of America.
House Speaker Mike Johnson suggests it's time to quit the hate-filled political speech, including the nonstop name-calling, like labeling opponents Hitler and fascist.
I'm just going to state the obvious here. This is detestable, what's happened. Political violence has become all too common in American society, and this is not who we are.
The assassin remains at large. Charlie Kirk was 31 years old, leaves behind a wife and 2 young daughters. It is an annual tradition that's going strong all these years later. Ceremonies remembering the almost 3,000 people killed in the 9/11 terror attacks. It was 24 years ago today, and today will bring memorial services in New York, the World Trade Center site just outside Washington, at the Pentagon, and in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, where the heroes of United Flight 93 brought down the plane. Inflation heated up last month. Price of gas, groceries, hotel rooms, and airfare rose, along with the cost of clothing and used cars. Consumer prices rose 2.9% in August from a year earlier. That's up from 2.7% the previous month, and it is the biggest increase since January. And on Wall Street, ahead of the opening bell this morning, the Dow futures up 104 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
South Korea says a charter plane that is planned to carry South Korean workers who were detained in an immigration raid in Georgia will depart today to return home.
The workers who were detained in an immigration raid in Georgia will depart Thursday at noon to return home. South Korea's foreign ministry made the announcement but gave no further details. A total of 475 workers, more than 300 of them South Koreans, were rounded up in the September 4th raid at the battery factory under construction at Hyundai's sprawling auto plant. Airport officials in Atlanta said earlier that the return flight planned for Wednesday had been cancelled. I'm Karen Shamaz.
The Prime Minister of Qatar has accused Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of destroying hopes for hostage releases in Gaza. This follows an Israeli attack on Hamas leaders in Doha. The Qatari diplomat's comments made before a United Nations appearance reflect growing anger among the Gulf Arab countries. News and analysis at townhall.com. Federal prosecutors in the nation's capital will no longer bring felony charges against people for possessing rifles or shotguns in the District of Columbia, according to a new policy adopted by the leader of the nation's largest U.S. Attorney's Office.
That office will continue to pursue charges when someone is accused of using a shotgun or rifle in a violent crime or has a criminal record that makes it illegal to have a firearm. Local authorities in Washington can prosecute people for illegally possessing unregistered rifles and shotguns. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro said in a statement that the change is based on guidance from the Justice Department and the Office of Solicitor General and conforms with 2 Supreme Court decisions on gun rights. The new policy also covers large-capacity magazines but does not apply to handguns. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
On Wall Street, the NASDAQ futures are up 81 points, while the S&P futures are ahead 17, ahead of this morning's opening bell. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Thursday morning, day number 2 of the fastest race in all of motorsports.
Yeah, it's been a crazy 24 hours, obviously.
Boy, has it ever.
Yeah, it's been nuts with, obviously, with the shooting of Charlie Kirk yesterday, and that was crazy.
Like, just out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. Just this whole, and I know everybody's got thoughts, and I don't know.
My whole mindset is let's just give the families some time to grieve, to figure this out, and let's just give space. That's been my entire approach.
I think everyone needs to take a breath. I mean, this is a cocktail of 7,000.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Our leaders today on all sides of the fence, quite frankly, they stir up this rhetoric all the time.
And
I'm not trying to blame one thing or another or nothing that, but we've got this world that we live in where you can literally hear anybody's thoughts or opinions instantaneously, and we do. And we don't know how to handle that because now the extremes have a huge platform where they didn't before internet and all that. And the extremes are affecting the middle, the most of us. The most of us that, yes, we may lean liberal or conservative in one way or another, but none of us are going to the extremes that you're seeing on television every day, or we're shooting up schools or shooting up political rallies or shooting up anything.
Right. And also, lest we forget, it's 9/11. Today is 9/11, and the anniversary, obviously, of the tragedy.
Patriots Day, technically.
And here's the thing that gets me, and I've said this before on several occasions. There was a real approach and attempt to get back to what I've heard called on several occasions a 9/12 mentality.
Yeah.
Which, if for those who didn't have a chance to live through it, 9/11 was horrific. And the days that followed were just as horrific as we tried to process.
Yeah.
But the one thing that happened was it brought us together as a nation.
Yeah.
Is we were more center of the aisle than I think we've ever been, or at least had been since, I'd say, Pearl Harbor.
Well, in all fairness, or by comparison, I'll say all fairness. That was an event that I think attacked all of us.
Yeah.
Where nowadays it's,
everything is
all of us are sad, but
targeted.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, because let's face it. If you're one of those folks that's on Facebook celebrating or happy about what happened yesterday, you've got a problem.
Right.
Equally, if someone on the other side of the fence of the same stature, this had happened to them. If you find either one of those gratifying or happy, or you need to stop what you're doing and seek help.
Right.
Because you're spiraling down a place
in here
that's not going to end anywhere good. And that's the big problem. It's like, this is not healthy. This is not good. This is not what this country's about. Say what you want, but this country, most of me growing up, you could say dumb things and not fear of this kind of stuff. People Well, think away, but you know what I mean? They just chalk you up as crazy. Now,
for most of human existence, you could say dumb stuff because there wasn't that many people listening to us.
Yeah.
Now everybody's paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's,
we aren't equipped to handle it mentally. We just aren't. People are, and we've got to figure this one out, because if not, this is, this is one step closer to anarchy. I mean, when this kind of stuff's going on, this is where it and it's scary, and it's if I'm a parent in the world that we live in right now, yeah, I'm like
terrified for the generation ahead of me, and I absolutely am.
Yeah.
And it's kind of heartbreaking, because this is the world that this is what we're giving them, you know? Yep. And so, an event like yesterday, and yes, it stopped everyone and everything in its tracks, and everyone was paying attention. And this happened in real time here in this office.
Mm-hmm.
I got so confused thinking this happened in Colorado. I was surprised when I found out this was in Utah, because almost simultaneously there was a school shooting.
Yeah.
And it's like that got completely glazed over in the, in the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk stuff. So it's, I don't know, man.
It was just a shocking day yesterday, and it's going to continue in today as more details, and I'm going to take a stab that we're going to find out more about the person, because it sounds like they have somebody in custody.
They had someone.
Well, and then they say they have like last night they said they have a person of interest, and it's not the dude that they were showing
right on his knee. That guy was just nearby.
He was just a garden variety wackadoo apparently that shows up at these a lot, and that's according to the story I got.
He's like
he was on their radar. They knew this guy. He shows up at these things and gets arrested at things.
He was green shirt guy, just the guy that's randomly in the picture at every one of these events.
Yeah. But when I was hearing the press conferences, it was around dinner time last night. They were saying that they had a person of interest in custody. They weren't willing to call them the suspect. However, the media was speculating, well, I think they got their guy, because they're not acting like they're on this active manhunt for somebody right now. So now when they announce this, and hopefully it's today, but all I can say is, talk with your families, talk with each other, look out for each other here. The mental health side is real, and we gotta when the world's getting crazy like this, turn into that is not what we need. We need seek help, whatever it is, in God and your family, whatever it is that makes you get up in the morning, do that.
Yeah. And this is a hot take, I guess, so to speak, but people who are so against therapy, if you're not sure, try one session. Yeah. Just try one session. Sit down with somebody who doesn't have any stake in the game for you, who's not a friend or family, who's not going to maybe gossip to someone else, who's not going to take your feelings and trivialize them. Just one session. That's all I suggest. Just try one.
See what happens.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. But really, take care of each other. Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what the message here. This is crazy, because this is going to spiral into chaos. Once this becomes the norm, and unfortunately, that's what it feels like. The world we live in now. It's like every other day. It's how do we solve our problems? Assassinate somebody, or let's start a violence rally in some way, shape, or form.
I should be able to talk to somebody of a differing opinion, and have a conversation and have a debate without anger and hatred and violence getting, between us.
Well, and I'm not going to say the world has gotten, I mean, I just think it's got a bigger spotlight on it now. Like, don't get me wrong. People were creeps long before the internet showed up.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Now
it was just a lot harder to document it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now every game, you can't go to a baseball game with watching somebody steal a baseball from somebody, or you know what I mean. Just everything is on camera now.
I said it out loud. I'm like, how thankful? Is
cheating on your woman at a Coldplay concert? Right. I mean, everything's out
How
there.
Thankful is the hat guy from the U.S. Open that the Phillies Karen came along?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thank God they're not paying attention to me.
Yeah.
But somebody else pointed something out about the baseball. It's like you fought for that thing. You're going to put it on display. It's going to haunt you for the rest of your life because every time you look at that ball, you're going to replay everything that happened leading up to it.
Actually,
why would you want to keep it?
There is a TV show or an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. I don't know if y'all remember this episode, but of course, for folks who don't know, Ray Barone, the main character, Ray Romano, he was a sports writer for Newsday or one of the papers. And so he took his dad to one of the college football games there to go watch the game. And the kicker of the team kicked like this record-breaking 65-yard field goal. And his dad caught it in the end zone and wouldn't give the ball to the kid. And he was like, sure. And he just left and like and he got on sports radio and everyone's booing him. And because he then said, yeah, he got on sports radio and said, I'll give it to the kid for $10,000. And this is whole, it's so, yeah, it's kind of like this.
That feels very much like a raised dad thing to do though. Like, I feel like you would take a little pride in that, you know?
Yeah, he did. Like he hit it. It was funny, but that just reminds me of all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
It's whenever you see like, you know, like friend to put it in my world, like a Cody Rhodes throws weight belt out in the audience, a freaking riot breaks out.
Oh, I know.
People are like, I will elbow you in the face if you don't give me what is mine.
Well, that and like if you're in the first 10 rows of a concert where they're throwing out guitar picks. Yeah. Yep. I've seen people lose their ever-loving mind going after a guitar pick.
It's like not even something that you can get.
He's got 10 more right there. Hold on. Throw another one.
You can't even really get it signed. I mean, not well. They can put like a dot on there.
Right. You can't do nothing with that. You just got to hope and make people believe your story. Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to like really like go down in history, run over to the music store, buy yourself a 10-pack of picks. Yeah. Right? Then just put them in a scrapbook and say, I got that one from Megadeth in 1997. Yeah. This one right here, that was OK Go, the show I was at in 2005.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like Tom Petty's pick.
That's right. Break a little corner off to show that it had like some action. It was battle worn.
My pick collection of imaginary comics.
Oh, the memories I have made up.
Although the move would actually be do fictitious bands.
Oh, right.
Just come up there. Oh, yeah, this is from like Lord's Helmet. You know those guys.
Henry and the Moonrakers. I got backstage access.
Yeah, make it sound like real bands, you know.
Hollis 9000. Yeah, that guy, eye contact. And then he tossed it to me.
It's Tom Purdy and the Heartbreaks.
Tom Purdy. Tom Purdy and the Palpitations.
Yeah, that's the move. All right, let's get the hour going, shall we? We're going to replay some interviews. It's just kind of a weird day, no guests. But,
you know, I do still have some Dubai chocolate if we need a quick pick-me-up.
You know what? This might be a good chocolate day. And they've been in the freezer, huh?
It's been in the freezer, yep.
Ooh, would you share a freezer one?
Yeah.
You know, we could use a Dubai chocolate this trying time.
Commemorate 9/11 with some Dubai chocolate.
It's nutty.
It's Middle Eastern.
Well, when you can get it for $4 for a tiny little bar in Roswell, New Mexico, that's what you do.
A sliver, sir.
Yes. All right, we're going to replay our interview we had with American Legion Post 61 talking about their time out at the they're going to be out at the air races this week with their coins and stuff. So we're going to play that here in just a bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, where the folks from the Roswell Literacy Council joined us last week to talk about their Knowledge Bowl. So we're going to play that interview. We had David and Larry and Richard join us from the Literacy Council. So we'll play that interview for you here in the 8 o'clock hour. And then Chaves County Federated Republic Women joined us earlier in the week to talk about their meeting next Wednesday. We'll play that interview for you in the 9 o'clock hour. Also talking about Cowboy Prom on Saturday. Plus, we'll have all of the newses of the local, national variety, Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. But before we do any of that, let's take a look at your weather, which is pretty nice. And then I think maybe this weekend we got a few rain chances. But, you know, kind of a warm, early fall, late summer feel.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today, low to mid-90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid-60s and a little bit gusty, and then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, scroll down too far. Currently 61 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 81%. Winds are out of the south at 5 miles per hour. 93 are expected high today under sunny skies. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 63. South winds 10 to 15, then dropping down 5 to 10 after midnight tonight. Friday, sunny and 91 tomorrow. Winds out of the south 5 to 10 early, 10 to 15 for the afternoon. Friday night, we are looking at a 20% chance of showers, but they are talking after midnight. Overnight low of 65 with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, our rain chances got pretty decent. 50% chance at some showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy. 87 for a high, so a little bit cooler. Southeast winds 5 to 10. 50% chance of rain for Saturday at night as well, mainly before midnight, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 62. And then that's it for the rain Saturday. But Sunday, sunny and 90. 88 on Monday, 88 Tuesday, 89 on Wednesday of next week. All right, 7:21. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break. Then we're going to play our interview with the American Legion Post 61. Don't go away.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Attention high school students and parents. Now is the time to make your plans to come visit the most affordable university in the Southwest, Eastern New Mexico University. ENMU is hosting our annual high school open house preview day on Saturday, October 18th. Come learn about scholarships, discover majors, talk with current students and faculty, and win some great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
You may have heard the federal government has made some major changes to health insurance, and it could affect your eligibility for coverage or how much money you can save. Schedule an appointment with a Be Well certified assister who will help you navigate these changes and what they mean for you for free. Don't wait. Open enrollment begins November 1st. Schedule an appointment today at BeWellNM.com and let us do the work for you.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatment, and commercial weed control. And they're the only Centricon termite colony elimination system authorized operator in southeast New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Bob Reed Pest Control, southeast New Mexico's pest management professionals. Find them online at bobreedpestcontrol.com or call 575-623-5300. 344. Serving all of southeast New Mexico.
This air race weekend, get your dancing boots on and head to the Liberty in downtown Roswell for the Colt Gibson Band, Saturday, September 13th.
And you're not the first, much less the last notch that you are.
With special guest, Sycamore Flood.
Must be whiskey.
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Colt Gibson Band with special guest Sycamore Flood. Saturday, September 13th at the Liberty in Roswell. Get your tickets now at thelibertyinc.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from our American Legion Post 61 family, Commander Stephen Lee back with us. Jen's here as well, auxiliary president. She's on the telly at the moment. But morning, Lee. How you doing today?
I'm trying to survive here, Mike.
Well, that's a start.
My life back together, kind of like you.
Yeah, it's kind of the MO here. Is well, that's the problem with veterans. We get older and fall apart. So,
well, and some of us do stupid things like run into poles and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're homo beer is definitely part of the lexicon of.
Smashed my foot good when I was in Tampa, and then I didn't, of course, get it X-rayed until I got back to the VA, and by then they said, "Well, there's nothing we can do."
Yeah,
so,
got to deal with it.
Yeah, but we had a good time down in Tampa.
National convention was this past about a week ago here in
it
Florida.
Was a weekend of injuries. Not only myself, but a past department commander. She slipped and fell and broke her wrist. And our former national historian, now state historian, he slipped and fell, and he got 6 stitches over his eye.
Wow.
And
that's why they removed the ice skating portion of the
that would be it. Yeah. No, they had this little trolley tracks in between the hotels, and you had to cross them to go anywhere. And I guess they get slick.
When it rains, yeah.
I didn't notice them so much because I'm in a chair.
Right.
But other people
were wiping out on it.
They wiped out, and there's a bunch of injuries. It's like crazy.
It was an interesting trip. That's
I think someone would lawsuit that one real quick.
Well, I got my Cadillac chair now, so I'm pretty good with that. I had to deadhead back to Albuquerque, but I got my new chair.
Nice.
And it's so fancy.
Oh, yeah, it is. I just noticed it is a new chair.
Yeah, and this one actually lays out. I can actually lay down
okay.
in this thing.
It goes horizontal on
me. It goes horizontal on me.
Nice.
I actually did it at the chamber the other night after you left.
Went horizontal?
Oh, yeah. It helps me with my back. But a couple things. One, we're going to be out at the air races. Of course, we just finished up Dragonfly.
In case you haven't heard that, they're this week.
Yeah. I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
But we just finished up Dragonfly Festival, and that was really good.
They had a great turnout. Great, another successful year out at Bitter Lake there. So.
Yeah, my wife was going on and on about the bird exhibit, I guess.
It was pretty cool.
I don't know if they had the fishing out there this year.
No, they couldn't get the, cutbacks.
I guess. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
But air races, we're going to be out there. I'm not exactly sure how the format's going to go.
I don't know if anybody is. I think we're all just kind of winging it here.
I got to get a hold of Ardith and find out more about our day passes and stuff, because they're only allowing 2 of us at the booth at any particular time, and that's going to really cut into my lifestyle.
Sure.
But we'll figure that out. Plus, we've got farmers again.
This Saturday.
The last 2 farmers have been slow, but the weather has not been conducive to farmers marketing.
Well, and I believe they've got coming up here in the coming week some chili cheese fest. So they're going to be rolling some
this next one,
farmers markets into those events. So there's going to be kind of more than just farmers market going on out there.
Yeah, they do tend to stack some things going on here pretty soon.
So it's kind of a, get there early, get produce, then come back about noon, and they'll be firing up the chili festival here. I think it's chili festival, not chili cheese.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a parade meeting tonight for the Veterans Day parade, but I don't think we're going to have enough information to exchange tonight.
Okay, so we're going to delay that one.
Yeah, and then I understand that the auxiliary over at 28, they didn't meet last Monday, so they're meeting tonight. So that means Joanne's not available. Haven't heard from Larry in almost 2 months now. He's trying to get the vendor situation straightened out. We also still do not have a female speaker.
Ooh,
we need
and
a
seeing how
female-
we're honoring the female veterans.
Female
this year,
veterans.
kind of a big
We've
deal. We
asked
need
a
one of
couple
those.
of people, and everybody seems to back
Somebody
out.
listening, any veterans of the female persuasion that would like to be a part of our Veterans Day celebration?
It doesn't have to be long. In fact, if you
No.
could keep it under about 5 minutes or so, just kind of a brief of
5 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're honoring it. Each Veterans Day parade, we have a different theme, and the Vietnam era, we've had different ones. This year, we're honoring women in uniform.
That's right.
That's our theme for this year, and so we loved it. We know we've got a bunch of female veterans out
yes,
there.
I know you're out there.
That y'all did some humping in your days in the military here,
Yeah.
and doing some work here.
I
We'd
don't
love
think
to have
that's
you.
a good thing to say there, Mike.
It's Army and military.
Yeah.
It's all humping.
Well, you signed up and volunteered once. Maybe if you could do it again, we'd appreciate it.
And if you see our Veterans Day poster around town, actually, he's got
Thank
it
you to
over here
Carrie.
as well.
She was that's her design.
Carrie did that for us this year.
She's the creative one in our group that helps us that year in doing that.
Yeah. We can always rely
in
on
between
her.
her other 57 things she's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were just listening to her. I'm like, maybe the American Legion should get in contact with her and see how we can help too.
There's a lot of common ground that
we
share
signed
here.
up for that 2-on-1 stuff, and I don't think we've gotten any calls off of it.
Not
at
yet,
all.
but I'm sure
She's
we
kind
will.
of a
I
one-trick
ran
pony right
into
now.
Carl from Scouts on the way out
Yes,
here.
Carl was in earlier last hour.
And he was like, Nimmy wants to be in the parade. Who do they contact? I said, just have them call me. So,
nice.
Anybody wants to be in the parade, give me a call.
The parade will be November 8th.
Yes.
That's Saturday morning. We usually get underway about
It's a little before 10.
Yeah, a little bit about
The ceremony is at 9 on the dot.
Yes,
we do
ceremony's
the
at
ceremony
9, and then
so plan on being there at 8:30. We muster at 8:30.
Yeah, that's when all the parade entries, they usually line up in the either behind the courthouse or in the around 3rd Street, that area in that ballpark.
Right. And this year I went through the Department of Transportation's online system. Let's just say that it's new. And I went ahead and blocked off 4th and 5th this year. I just didn't want to screw with it anymore because we've had too many problems. People trying to come down the other direction or what have you.
Yeah, it's just safer if we just block it
I
off.
went in and I actually had, in my opinion, I had to do the TCP myself, the traffic control plan, because they didn't like the ones that the traffic control plan that the DOT did for us years ago. So I had to go in and redo it.
Right.
And they said, well,
which is funny.
it's missing this, and this. And I said, okay. So I said,
Put them in.
You know, I don't know. It's like, I'm not a traffic control engineer. Or what,
I didn't earn my whistle, sorry.
You want me to make all these decisions? Fine. So I just routed everybody past Martine's, you know.
He's like,
So.
oh, by the way, you have to do jumping jacks when you turn this corner. That's in the rules.
Pretty much.
The rules. We made them. That's what they asked. We put them in. I'm
There
just
you
kidding.
go.
So anyway, I had to come up with a whole new traffic control plan this year, and then finally got it approved. And then the city, well, like I said, the state has a few glitches.
Yes.
So when I downloaded the permit, none of the, because I had the approved permit and I downloaded it and there's no signatures on it. So I didn't realize that. I sent it to the city and the city says, oh, this is all fine and well, but it looks like an application. It's not an approved. So I contact DOT and DOT says, what? They says, here, we'll PDF you the
another
actual
one of the system
ones.
glitches.
I
Yep.
said, fine. And then I went back into the system to see if they'd fixed it, and they still hadn't fixed it. So I got the copies, sent them off, and then...
This is what the military trains you for.
I know.
Stuff
I've been
later.
doing this. I've been doing this since 2017. I understand why Rita doesn't have any hair anymore. I've been fighting this system now for 8 years, and it's so tiring because every year, at least I'm not fighting Roswell anymore. Roswell's pretty much
Wash their hands
down.
of it.
Well, they pretty much got down to the point where, okay, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And they don't even try to charge me any money anymore, which I think is fantastic. But they have this clause in their deal that they can't do anything for free.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what loophole we were granted here, but we finally got in, and now everything kind of streamlines, which I think is fantastic. So us veterans, we're very appreciative in the fact that...
Well, they did get the message that we are having a veterans break come hell or high water. That's what we do. So.
I'm not sure, but I think for about 2 years they were trying to quash it.
Yeah,
but
we said, no, that's not going to happen.
No. Right.
And there was enough support behind us to say, the hell
well,
you're
you're
going to
talking
cancel
to
that.
veterans here. You know, we don't give ground.
Veterans,
so.
yeah, you tell us, that's the thing about veterans, man. Tell us no. And they'll do it out of spite.
Or that you can't. Yeah.
Well, we kind of technically one year we had a protest. We had basically a protest parade.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't market it as such, but
you want to get a
much
motivated
like,
veteran, tell them no.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
You really want to send that message to veterans? I don't think so.
No, they sure didn't. They're very supportive.
So, for the last couple of years, it's been very, very cooperative, very how can we help you?
Which is nice.
You know, which has been a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely. We do appreciate it. And like the plan as normally, we'll start there at the courthouse and move north.
Correct.
Towards
up to the Wool Bowl.
To the Wool Bowl. And,
I'm really not sure what's going on at the Wool Bowl this year. The guy that coordinates all the vendors and stuff, to my knowledge, the last I heard, he has a coffee truck.
Yeah, that's
going to be down at the courthouse because, you know,
it's cold.
It's always cold the morning we do the Veterans
And everybody's
Day
like, "Well, I
parade.
could use a cup of coffee
We're
right
all
now."
standing around at 8:30 trying to drink coffee,
Right.
and they got to wait till the donut shop
And quite
opens or
frankly,
whatever.
most veteran things don't run without coffee.
Especially when they got a lot of Marines involved.
Yeah, usually don't get going.
Or Army guys, I guess. So we got all that straightened out. But like I say, please come support us. We made these commemorative coins this year. We only made 500 of them. We've sold most of them.
I would say we got a few left, but not many. But what we have, we'll take to the air races this week.
We had to jump through a bunch of hoops with the air races to make sure that we didn't step on any copyrights or taglines or whatever. So we just went with aliens. You know,
well,
because
it's Roswell.
It's Roswell, and I mean, you get the idea. We got aliens dragging cows over finish lines. I mean, it's very Roswell.
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
But every dollar spent on these coins, which we're currently charging $25, get a hold of me before the 10th if you want to buy some. A lot of people are buying, 4 of them at a time. Get a hold of me before the 10th, because on the 10th, I think we're going to raise the price to $50.
Okay.
So, but every dime that you spend on or donations that we take in on this project going to the building, we're trying to build our building.
Our new home.
Yes.
On 2nd and Garden.
Right.
Now, the problem is the architect, I don't know, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but he just doesn't seem to be motivated to get the drawings finished. Because until we get the drawings finished, we can't qualify for the loans. And if we can't qualify for the loans, we're just going to sit there looking at this eyesore for the next year. But
none of those things we want.
So. No.
Well, we had a lot of support through Job Corps. They were out there tearing down, demolishing the building. And Job Corps, of course, dried up and went away.
Yeah.
And so now we have to pay to have everything reclamated off of this building. So anybody want to help us out? We need some help out at Memory Lawn. We have funding for a trailer that we're going to put out there. And we had a generous donation from Graves? Graves.
Kelvin, yeah.
Kelvin Graves' apartment complex had a bunch of used railroad ties, 13 railroad ties, and they donated them to us.
Oh, that's nice.
So we have a foundation now that we can put out there to put underneath this trailer.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to get somebody here in town to help us pour a slab with rebar and all that stuff.
Turns out you need pretty much
They wanted $50,000 for this. And it's like, it's
like, is it gold in this concrete? What's going on?
I know. We're a nonprofit, We're just trying to clunk along here, and
Yeah.
$50,000 is just not in our budget.
No.
We also want to build a columbarium out there, which we're going to have to pour a slab for. You know, the slab's going to be $20,000 and the columbarium's going to be $20,000. So that's a $50,000 project right there.
In theory,
with
that'll
cost
help
overruns.
recoup some costs on that one.
Yeah,
hopefully.
for sure.
Right.
It'll
So-
pay for itself in theory.
Yeah, the slab for the storage container. Not so much, probably.
We are absolutely absolutely understand, and we're going to have to get out there and mow. We just don't have the volunteers right now.
We could always use more.
We need volunteers to come out there and mow right now to keep the beast under control until the growing season stops out there. And so anybody who wants to help out Memory Lawn, please,
I know there's
see
a
us.
set of brothers that have family out there that have been mowing the center
Yes.
circle, and we are forever grateful for you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. But we're just trying to keep our head above water. Now, we do realize that POWMIA flag has to be replaced, and we do have plans of doing that on
And it's Saturday the 21st, I believe.
21st, Saturday the 21st, I believe it is.
Yeah, day
we
after
have,
POWMIA Day.
we have a new flag, and we're going to put it up on that day. So,
But be warned, the weather is very rough on those flags.
Yes.
And a few months from now, we're probably going to need to work on it again.
Yeah, for sure.
then those flags are not cheap.
Yeah, those are built
flags
for that.
cost me
And
$900.
they still beat them up. Yeah.
Twice a year.
These are outdoor. These are the ones that are supposed to be resistant to this. And
yeah, but look at
New
where
Mexico
Memory
Wind
Lawn
says
is
hold my beer
located.
on
It's
that.
right
Yeah.
there, and they don't have any wind.
Oh yeah.
Diversion or anything. So
You know, if these flag companies need a test ground,
We got one for
we'll
you.
take one and say, hey, just supply us with flags, and we'll be your test ground.
Well, we have looked around, and we're dealing with a place called Federal Flags right now,
Yeah.
and they have the best flags so far that we've been able to find.
And also, I believe this is the one where we can turn them back in and they repair them
Oh,
and
okay.
give them back to us, I think.
No, I
No?
tried that.
No? Okay.
Yeah. They'll do minor repair, but
That'd be a good
we
service
need to
benefit.
find somebody here in town that has heavy duty capabilities, like a quilter or something like that, that can
Well, not
repair
only
the
that, but
edges
just
of
the
these
space.
flags.
We're talking, this is a huge flag.
Yeah, those flags aren't. Yeah, they're
18
not,
by 25.
Yeah,
they're
garrison flags.
massive.
They're big.
And they start fraying on the edge. You know, it's funny, as I drove all the way to Tampa and back, every time we go through a town, we notice the flags that need repair. It's
Yeah,
just-
it never fails. It's
it
kinda
never
funny.
fails. You find this, flag that's twice the size of ours, and look, hey, you have the same problem. So,
It is not. It is not a unique problem to us.
it is not.
But we would love if you'd like to volunteer or like to donate directly to Memory Lawn. If you're saying, you know what, I have family out there, I'll give you that, and you can earmark directly. If you go to our website, roswelllegion.org, you can go there and you can see more about our Legion posts and stuff. But if you want to make donations, and you can earmark directly to Memory Lawn or directly to American Legion
On the website at the
wherever.
moment, we have PayPal that you can do, but I just got Cash App to work. Finally.
Okay.
They actually approved me yesterday.
Good.
So now
Good timing.
we'll be
Those
able
news
to
this
take
week.
some Cash App.
Yeah.
Now, I tried Venmo, and Venmo keeps saying, well, you're not a registered nonprofit. And I look, because they use PayPal, and I went into PayPal, and it says I'm a registered nonprofit. So I don't quite understand
We need to talk to tech
what's wrong
support,
with
sounds
Venmo.
like.
I mean,
Do you know what you're saying?
well, here's
sure we
my
are.
EIN number. Look it up.
Yeah,
pal.
it's about as official as you can get here. But,
So I've got Cash App, but I don't have Venmo yet, but I'm working on it.
another thing I'd like to put on people's radar, because we're going to be hitting hard and heavy on it here in the coming months too, is our Wreaths Across America for
Absolutely.
for this year.
$17, and it gets you one wreath.
Yeah.
And we need 300 wreaths, roughly 305 this year, is what we need for Memory Lawn. Now, any in excess, we take down to the courthouse lawn. We put one there, and we do put a couple down at the columbarium down at
The Veterans Park there.
McBride.
Yeah, McBride. Yeah.
South Park has their own Wreaths Across America, so they pretty much take care of that cemetery. But we have former members that are buried in the columbarium, and one in a casket down there. So we tend to take care of our own.
Yeah, sir.
But
yeah, we and if you're not familiar, of course, it's a great organization started by veterans for veterans, where veterans make these wreaths and things and get them back in these programs, and then the money they use for these wreaths go back to veterans issues and veterans scholarships and their school and education.
Right. Remember, be the one. Be the one means we need to be vigilant and try to stem off suicide, especially veteran suicide, because that's who we are. However, it's everybody. You need to be vigilant. We do offer, the Legion offers classes even to people who are not in the Legion, so you can be trained on how to recognize and be suicide aware.
Spot the signs.
We are not immune to this. We were hit with a veteran's spouse suicide recently, like within the last year, and so it's pretty much been in our face.
And I'm going to take a stab. Almost all of us are some way, shape, or form are dealing with these kind of mental health issues. And
Sure.
If not,
especially with
direct
the floods,
family, someone they know,
lose
someone
this or lose that. It all stacks up, and I'm worthless and I can't do anything. Pick up the phone, call 988, press 1, and get connected to somebody who's not going to judge you. They're just going to talk to you.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's and that 988 is everywhere.
That's right.
That's nationwide, whether you're here or in D.C. or
right,
scratch Oklahoma, wherever you're at.
Well, now we're going to tie back into Carrie Moore with the 211, the Health Council. They have resources as well. We're signed up for 211, so if somebody comes in and needs something veteran-wise.
Sometimes, especially if we're talking veteran suicide here, sometimes they just need to talk to another veteran.
Sure.
If we have the funds, we tend to try to help people. We just recently bought an urn for a veteran through
it's kind of the hodgepodge
services.
of needs. If someone needs like something at their house, we will get, or if someone's passing through town, their car breaks down and they need help, we help out with that.
Yeah, we usually give them gift cards and stuff like that.
And a couple years ago, we put in a ramp for a veteran that needed a wheelchair
we do
ramp.
these kinds of things on the regular basis. And
it doesn't mean that we can do them all the time.
And around the holidays,
volunteer available, and if we have the funds, yes.
But on the holidays, we'll use some of this money to buy food to deliver to places like
Food Not Bombs,
Roswell Refuge.
Like
I said Grammy's House. That's an artesian version, but same thing. You know what I mean?
The same thing.
Yeah, but places like that, Boys and Girls Club, wherever we're needed.
We try to buy back to school items
for
people. We try to buy,
that's
stuff
what the
for
Legion
shelters and stuff like that. But it's all dependent on donations. We need sponsorships.
So when you're buying our cookies out on Saturday
that
and
helps.
doing all
every
that,
dollar,
every
penny helps. Yep. But we need sponsors for the Veterans Day Parade. There is a link on my website to sponsor the parade. Please download it. It's at roswelllegion.org. It's on the right-hand side. Sponsor or be a star. Any of those you can download. And it has the forms in there. We are a 501c19. If you want to donate using that program for Memory Lawn, just write Memory Lawn on there.
Yep.
And that's a 501c13, and we will write you a letter if it's over $250.
Yep. Either way, you get your tax benefits for it.
Indeed.
You get your tax benefits, and you're going to help veterans.
Absolutely.
And kids.
and scouting as well. That's the other side too. We have our scouting.
Our
packs.
scouting program is in a little bit of a disarray, but
we're
hoping to recruit some families, possibly get a new Cub Master. We're kind of in a building phase. I know Rio Hondo is kind of getting beat up, and they are consolidating and stuff like that, but we are doing our best to support our youth.
Yep, absolutely. So get involved there as well. And then, of course, I'm always looking for more members. If you are a veteran yourself, or a spouse of a veteran, or
husband
son of
or
a
wife.
veteran, you can be part of our American Legion family, either serving as the Legionnaire or auxiliary.
And if you want to just be a part of it, if you don't qualify as a veteran or an auxiliary member or an SAL member, we still take help.
Yep.
If you want to help out, especially on our Thursday night parties.
Yeah, if you love crafting or something.
Yeah,
come on
you
down.
like crafting or you want to donate some fabric or something like that. Right now, we haven't had any donations in a while for our Charity Bear project. But if we got some more money, then we can get some more charity bears out to your sheriffs and your first responders. So let us know.
They keep them in the emergency vehicles, so when they come up on a domestic situation and there's kids involved, a lot of times they'll have these bears in the back to give to the kid to kind of distract them or use it to.
And it helps break the ice with the adults too.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, it's just trying to bring a little calm and normalcy in usually situations that aren't very calm.
Well, yeah, it's more distracting than anything else, but yes.
But that's another way you can get involved. Of course, we meet right now at the Chamber of Commerce the first Thursday of the month at 6 p.m.
Not next month, though. Next month, because of Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
It'll be a week.
It'll be the following week, so it'll be the second Thursday in October.
Very good.
However, the rest of the year,
it's
the first
week 1
Thursday. Yeah.
And then, so reach out. Again, RoswellLegion.org is our website. You can shoot a message out through there if you want to. Or, like you said, come see us out at the air show this week. Come to our next meeting here. Come out on Saturday to Farmers Market. We're always got a booth every Saturday out there. And come visit, and
or
you can talk more and ask
us.
questions. Yeah, or call. You can call.
At 575-268-0220.
Now, we're not allowed to sell baked goods at the air show. So, unfortunately, we won't have our addictive products
So when you
with
see
us.
the coins, they're not edible. Don't eat them.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, if you can eat that coin, that's more power to you.
I guess
we don't
get your daily dose of iron or
we
whatever.
we don't
Zinc or
support
something, I don't know.
pica.
Yeah. And yeah, we'd love to be a part. And then of course, if you'd like to be a part, please get in. We're getting new facilities. We love to see more people to be a part of our Legion here and get involved.
We've had a few new members, and it's always helpful.
Yeah. So. The strength of numbers, it
Exactly.
really is. And don't forget, when it comes to fighting for veterans, that's what American Legion's built for. They're
and it's
sanctioned
only
by Congress to do
$60 a
that.
year,
Yep.
so it's not that much.
Yep. Have you seen the commercials online with there's a social media personality that's a veteran that's kind of got a TikTok presence and all that. He's been doing ads for American Legion.
Oh, has he?
On there.
Okay.
And there's a good one. It's like, do you enjoy a good kerfuffle? You know what I'm talking about. Maybe the American Legion. Hey, do you cuss a lot? Come on down and be a part of the American Legion. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting part is the average yearly fee to be a Legionnaire is $75.
Yeah, nationwide.
So you're getting on the cheap here.
In New Mexico, it's only $60.
Yeah.
And there are some places here in New Mexico that still only charge $40.
Yeah.
And, the problem is come January 1st, they're raising the rates again.
They can't operate at that.
We're not going to raise our rates this year because we'd already done it previously.
We filtered that in, or factored that in.
Yeah, but they got to give away $42.50 now. Goes to state and national of the dues that you send in.
Yeah.
So
that post's gonna have to.
Yeah. But it all goes
Unless
to
they're in
help.
the charity business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
They're gonna be broke quick. I'm not a math wizard, but I could do that math.
Yeah. And now you have the ability to, on the Legion side, to pay for multiple years, so you can lock in the rate or whatever. Because I don't know what it is with the Legion. The last 2-3 years, they've been like, $5 here, $5 there.
Like postage stamps. I remember they were a nickel. Now they're what,
so
$7?
I bought in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I bought in 3 years at 50, so I saved myself a bit of money there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Now in 2027, a year from now, I'm going to have to buy in for 3 more years, but then I'm going to have to go in at 60 or whatever.
The higher rate.
Now.
Yeah. I'm hoping to do a puffle once I hit 40, because then it'll drop another $200 because I'm in a different age bracket.
There you go.
Get a paid up for life
Just want
membership.
to live long enough to be a
Yeah,
puffle.
but you're only 14 years old now.
That's not true, but thank you. I think.
She just recently got asked if she was at Goddard High School.
No, that was a while ago.
Yeah, you're significantly. You got a lot of tooth growing yet.
Yeah.
Ours is getting a little long.
Yeah, I don't know if she's got her wisdom teeth.
No, I had those removed when I was a teenager. Nope.
Good deal. But we'll see you guys out there this week out at the air races. And then, of course, join us Saturday at the farmers market.
Yeah.
And RoswellLegion.org.
575-268-0220.
There you go. And please sign up now. Veterans Day female. We're looking for a female veteran speaker for our Veterans Parade. Please reach out at any of the mentioned above here if you'd like to, or know someone that would be a good person to fit that bill.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Family 61 thanks all of our veterans for their service.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Absolutely. And that's November 8th here. We'll say 9 a.m. courthouse lawn here. Let's make it official and call it that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
and,
Mike.
Stay cool this week for your time.
I'm hoping it'll be fairly cool out there.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
But may the canopy be shadeful the whole entire time. May you
Correct.
always be the shade in the canopy.
Thank you.
May your son never move.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mike.
Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. At Artesia City Council this week, the council gave approval to the Chamber of Commerce to host an urban Airstream rally in town. The event consisting of groups of people who own Airstream travel trailers who camp together and spend a few days in town while giving back to the community by making or donating items. It'll be the state's first ever Airstream rally, and it takes place in November to coincide with the Balloons Barbecue Brews and Bands event. The Artesia City Council also gave approval for Viva Skydive to be at the airport this weekend for tandem skydiving. The original plans called for a different firm to do the event, but the city says unexpected circumstances called for some changes. The city says spots for skydiving are already booked out, but there will still be plenty of space for spectators. And the council gave approval to the Finance Department to hold a city auction on October 11th. Items up for bidding will be power tools, vehicles, exercise equipment, and more. Roswell police report a man has been arrested in Albuquerque on a warrant for multiple counts of armed robbery, including the heist at the Farmers Country Market in Roswell and the theft of a church van that was then used in that crime. 29-year-old Brandon Harris was identified as one of the two suspects. Harris is expected to be brought back to Roswell today to face the charges in court. The second suspect has not yet been identified. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today, low to mid-90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid-60s and a little bit gusty, and then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Andrew Stewart. Ford Motor Company recalling more than 1 million vehicles.
The rearview camera may show a blank or distorted image on the center display screen while the vehicle is in reverse, which can reduce or distort the driver's view of what's behind the car and increase the risk of a crash. The recall includes certain vehicles from model years 2015 to 2019 of the Lincoln Navigator, Lincoln MKC, Mustang Ranger, Transit Connect, Econoline, Edge, Expedition, F-250SD, F-350SD, F-450SD, and F-550SD. John Scott reporting.
Stock in Larry Ellison's software company Oracle rose more than a third yesterday. Ellison temporarily got the title of world's richest person. On Wall Street yesterday, the Dow dropped a fraction of a point. With business, I'm Andrew Stewart.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Taste the flavors of Thailand and beyond at Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. Authentic ingredients like holy basil, Thai chili, and kaffir lime. Original recipes including curry, pad Thai and pad see and egg drop or tom kha soups. Friendly service, authentic flavors, and
a little or a lot of spice, but everything's nice.
Open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday at 610 South Main in Roswell. Call ahead, 575-208-0411. Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. The flavors of Thailand right here at home. Prepare for liftoff, Earthlings. Krumlin Auto Group is beaming up as a proud sponsor of the 2025 National Championship Air Races. Experience the thrill, the speed, and the skies. Join Krumlin Auto Group September 10th through the 14th in Roswell for high-flying action that's truly out of this world. Learn more at KAGNM.com.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
The 24th anniversary of a very dark day in American history is not passing unnoticed or unremembered. The almost 3,000 victims of the 9/11 attacks live in the nation's collective memory, and they're being honored today. In New York, at the World Trade Center site, where a lonely bell tolls and the names of those who died are once again read aloud. There are memorial ceremonies at the Pentagon and near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as well as in villages, towns, and cities, small and large, all across the country. The FBI says a high-powered bolt-action rifle has been recovered near the rooftop perch where an assassin fired the bullet that killed Charlie Kirk. Police believe the gunman, thought to be of college age, jumped from the roof and fled into a nearby neighborhood. President Trump calls Charlie Kirk, a Turning Point USA CEO and Salem Radio talk host, a martyr for truth and freedom.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now.
Charlie Kirk felled by a single bullet fired from that rooftop. 31 years of age, the outspoken Christian conservative leaves behind a wife and 2 young children and a legacy that does live on. The fires of inflation remain oh so hard to extinguish. Consumer prices rose 2.9% in August from a year ago. That's up from 2.7% the previous month, and it is the biggest increase since January. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 321 points, the NASDAQ trading 61 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
At least 3 people killed, 70 injured in the explosion of a gasoline tanker truck in a densely populated neighborhood of Mexico City.
Mobile phone footage shows the moment the gas tanker exploded, sending huge flames and plumes of smoke into the sky on a highway overpass in the south of the Mexican capital. The emergency services were on the scene quickly and took dozens of injured people to nearby hospitals. At least 19 are said to be in a serious condition. The city's mayor, Clara Brugada, called the incident an emergency, saying that 18 vehicles had burned in the explosion and that an investigation into the incident was underway.
The BBC's Will Grant reporting. South Korea says a charter plane planned to carry South Korean workers detained in an immigration raid in Georgia will depart today to return home. South Korea's foreign ministry made the announcement but offers no further details of the flight. News and analysis at townhall.com. A reunion of sorts in London.
Prince Harry joining his father, King Charles III, for tea at his Clarence house in London. The first time they've met in well over a year. The two have been very distant since Harry and his wife Meghan left royal life and moved to California 5 years ago. Harry met with his father following an engagement at the Center for Blast Injury Studies at Imperial College in London. There had been speculation Harry might meet with his father after he arrived Monday in the UK. Jason Walker reporting.
Some belt-tightening in the offing at Danish pharmaceutical giant Novo Nordisk. The company behind the weight loss drug Wegovy is cutting 9,000 jobs. Most of the jobs are in Denmark. The drug maker says the goal is to strengthen the company's focus on growth opportunities in obesity and diabetes medications. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
Good to hear you.
Sir.
Sir. There was no into it. I was like, oh, crap. You, sir.
Up Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hi, yes, welcome to it.
For all those traveling out to the air races this morning, have fun today. Drink plenty of water.
Lots and lots. You stay hydrated. Give yourself plenty of time to get to places around both here in Roswell and out there at the Roswell International Air Center, because traffic is indeed it has increased.
That's right. We're gonna need a traffic copter soon. We're gonna back up on something, hitting down on it.
Party pie in the sky.
We got 6 cars at the second and main light. You're waiting there to turn left. Be advised, it might be a 30-second delay.
I know that our fearless leader, Mr. Gene Dow, is just looking for an excuse to get a drone. I think we need a traffic drone for such times as these.
That's right.
I'm gonna be writing up a formal proposal later on today.
Where are you gonna fit the traffic guy on it, though?
Just put a little Lego minifig with a headset.
Or get one of those giant drones that they can ride.
No, okay. So what we need, and I know this is far-fetched, but if you ever had Boys Life magazine back in the day, you know that all you need is a vacuum cleaner motor to create your own hovercraft. That's what we need. We need the 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM official hovercraft that can just 2 inches above the ground ride these streets and try,
2 inches for 2 feet.
Yeah. I was always like, yeah, that's really cool and everything, but where am I, a 9-year-old boy, going to acquire a vacuum cleaner motor that's not going to upset my mother?
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, didn't it? I'm not sure, but like if you sold enough magazines or whatever it is that you had to sell.
No, that's a different.
Whatever, you had to do something to get the points, right?
No, that was a different ad for something else.
Okay, I just
this
remember.
One, I can see. I can
Oh, the
see
hovercraft
it,
one was for itself.
Yeah, it was.
That's
just like
right. I was
purchase.
mistaken for the. In
There's the
also
thing
a
on the-
Boy's Life
on the back
where you can win the
page.
prizes like a Nintendo or Atari
Right.
or whatever at the time.
Or $2 for every item sold.
That's right.
And
I think if you remember right, because they had a joke page, and I think you got like $1 or something if your joke
yeah, if you got published, yeah.
published on it. And there was a lot of I always liked the books never written. It would be something like I don't know, a crash course in fishing, but by I don't know, I eat worms or something. It was
Right.
it was always
Creative title, creative author.
yeah, something like that. I always but yeah, there was it was like the Reader's Digest for 10-year-old boys.
And then there was the the call girl section.
Yeah, right. Then there was a private line. That was a different magazine.
The hovercraft ad, though, I can remember vividly because I used to stare at this thing to try to figure out, because the way it was designed, it had this like tube on the top
Yeah.
and then what looked like a chair. So my whole life, I've always thought, do you just put your feet into that tube, or do you have to like put your legs around the tube? Was the tube important for anything? Is that where the like I tried to put it together in my head,
Right.
And that was the one thing in Boy's Life I always wanted more than anything else was that hovercraft. Even though I'm sure it was like,
There you go.
nonsense.
Race to the Outhouse by Willie Make It. There's one.
There you go.
Thank you. That's one of the
Race
books never
to
written.
the Outhouse. That's great. Your Guide to Legalese by Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
There you go. Yes, that's the ones we speak. But I remember. I do remember like wanting it, but I don't know if my brain was just like I always thought it was shoddy from the jump. Like I just
Well, everything that like looked cool in the back of
Yeah.
those magazines always was. Like the other one too was the X-ray glasses.
Yeah.
And it always showed the kid
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at his hand like, whoa.
sea monkeys were always usually in
Yeah.
that group too. Sea monkeys.
This
Now those I had as a kid. Did you ever get sea monkeys?
I never
we
did
did
that one.
get it, yeah, and
Matter of fact, the reason I never did got those was because of a cartoon that I saw where the character got sea monkeys. And
Yeah.
was talking about how just lame it was.
it was. It was
Freeze dried brine shrimp.
Yeah, it's really just crustaceans on
Mm-hmm.
a stick or something. It was pretty. I was very underwhelmed when it happened because I was thinking I was going to see monkeys. I was like, "Where's the monkeys? I don't see no
Right.
monkeys."
There's that one right there was supposed to be holding a pitchfork. What happened?
Like this is just like crust.
Yeah. It's exactly the
Purple
same
crust.
people, like the same people that were able to get kids excited about ant farms.
Yeah.
Like you're just going to watch them living.
Yeah.
But now, you know what's crazy is now it's become a whole thing. Like
Some artisan-y.
well, like like people are like getting these
Art.
like wall ant farms.
Yeah.
And like I have to find the story, but there's a whole story about how there's like the black market ant trade
Oh,
is like it's insane. People are spending like,
It started to sound like that History Channel show about ginseng and going those backwoods guys fighting
yeah,
for ginseng.
no, there's a whole world to like black market ant sales.
People will buy anything, man. I could appreciate what they're trying to do, but no, I am not living in a house that literally has an ant farm as art on the wall, because my whole time sleeping or living,
You're just
I'm like,
gonna hear
when do they escape? When am I going to
Yep.
wake up in the middle of the night and there's 50 million ants on
Yeah.
me? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so this says I'm trying to get to it. What does the illicit ant trade look like? So I think there are two distinct wings of the illicit ant trade. There's the smaller group of people who are trading exotic ants that aren't really supposed to be in the United States, and that if they were let loose in certain states, they could really wreak havoc.
I'm the Ant King.
Yeah, I'm the Ant King of Des Moines, Iowa. But then it says, then there's a much larger consortium of people who are trading ants sort of accidentally. People need permits to sell ants between states, so there's a large percentage of the amount of ants that you see for sale on platforms like eBay or Amazon being sold by people who probably haven't gotten the correct permits and thus are participating in the black market. Yeah, no, there's a it's kind of like, if you're a rock collector, you want rare and unique rocks. So these ant farm builders want rare and exotic ants that aren't really supposed to be here in
Right.
the States. And so they're black market ordering them.
These are Africanized Jubilee ants or something. What? All right.
Some guy gets just 2 tubes and it's nothing but ants.
Right.
It's just, there's something very disturbing about that.
That's it. Oh, my ants are in.
My pixie sticks are. Oh, that wasn't a pixie stick.
What about the uncles?
Yeah, nobody ever thinks about the uncles.
No one thinks about the uncles. Always the ant.
No.
The ant.
It's pronounced aunts. This is my aunt farm. It's just a bunch of old
I've never
ladies.
called one of my aunts aunts ever in my life.
No, it's never come up.
Nope.
Yeah, in fact, recently it was brought back up, sadly, because my aunt passed away.
Mm-hmm.
For most of my life, I called her Auntie. Auntie Lanchi was always what we called her, because her name was Lana, but I always called her Auntie Lanchi.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Well, I noticed you're a person who likes to put that IE or Y on the end of.
I do tend to like to add some flair.
Yeah, you kind of. Yeah.
Well, the other Southern thing that I picked up on is I will almost always call a female by their first name, Ms.
Yes, you do that all the time.
Miss or Mama. Like Mama Nikki is the one that goes to my head.
Especially your kids' teachers.
Yeah,
Miss Terry, Miss Bobby.
Like I always say whenever I'm talking about doing a live broadcast, I say, "Come on out and join us alongside our sister station, La Pantera 106.1, and Miss Claudia." So, just to force a habit. Claudia.
With her, you need to say señorita.
Señorita, yeah. Senora Claudia.
Or she's married.
Yes.
Well, then she's not a miss.
No. Is that Senora is Miss?
Senora is Mrs.
So, yeah.
Señorita is Miss.
So she's... Oh, no, she's not married.
Yeah.
No, she's not married.
Well, then she's a señorita.
She's in a long-term relationship. Just leave it at that. Common law, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Y'all figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Sonora of that one is.
Yeah, it's complicated. How do you dress that one? Senor?
How does one say long-term boo in Espanol? ¿Cómo se dice?
Life partner.
Life
there you go.
partner.
All right. It is 8:16. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather and all that here in just a few. Then we're going to play our interview we had last week with the folks from the Roswell Literacy Council. David and Larry and Richard joined us to talk about their upcoming Knowledge Bowl. Knowledge is power and could win you some cash.
Yeah, especially if you have random knowledge about completely pointless things.
Yeah. Get you and 4 friends, put them together, get like a super friends or a think tank of different, like if you got your sports knowledge person, your history person, your pop culture person, your geography person, and get to 5 of your super friends, and then you go and get in there and clean house.
Is that Aquaman?
Yeah.
It is. I got my super friends.
I think if my memory serves, I believe our very own Chris will be on questions this year. Larry has passed the baton to the Mind Probe folks to take care of that. So that's probably. But anyway, we're going to play that interview here in just mere minutes. But first, let's get you up to date on the weather, which Saturday turned into a rainy day all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today, low to mid-90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid-60s and a little bit gusty, and then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 66 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 75%. Winds are currently out of the south at 6 miles per hour. We are looking at sunny skies today. Expect a high of 93 degrees. Winds will be out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 63. South winds 10 to 15, dropping down 5 to 10 after midnight. Friday, sunny, 91 for a high tomorrow. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those winds will pick up 10 to 15 for the afternoon. Friday night, there is a 20% chance at some showers, but they are talking after midnight, so hopefully doesn't impact any football or anything Friday night. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 65 degrees with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then Saturday, all of our rain chances pretty much went to Saturday. We've got like a 50% chance at showers on Saturday. And they're not saying like afternoon or just Saturday. So I'm guessing starting in the morning. Mostly cloudy, high of 87 on Saturday with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, we're looking at a 50% chance of rain. They do say mainly before midnight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 62. And then that's it for rain talk, that Friday night and Saturday. But Sunday, sunny skies, highs near 90. And then next week, sunny, partly cloudy, 88 Monday, partly cloudy and 88 Tuesday, mostly sunny and 89 on Wednesday. So, not too bad for next week, looks like. All right, it is 8:19. We're going to go ahead and take a 3.5-minute break. Then we're going to play our interview with the Roswell Literacy Council on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
You may have heard the federal government has made some major changes to health insurance, and it could affect your eligibility for coverage or how much money you can save. Schedule an appointment with a Be Well certified assister who will help you navigate these changes and what they mean for you for free. Don't wait. Open enrollment begins November 1st. Schedule an appointment today at bewellnm.com. and let us do the work for you.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. More for your trade and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
This air race weekend, get your dancing boots on and head to the Liberty in downtown Roswell for the Colt Gibson Band. Saturday, September 13th.
And you're not the first, much less the last notch that you are.
With special guest, Sycamore Flood.
Must be the whiskey.
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Colt Gibson Band with special guest Sycamore Flood. Saturday, September 13th at the Liberty in Roswell. Get your tickets now at thelibertyinc.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning from the Roswell Literacy Council, back with us. Of course, David Heck back with us. So is Richard Garcia and Larry Martin. Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Excellent. Doing well. Well, seeing y'all together in one room, in this room, must mean one thing. It is Knowledge Bowl season upon us once again. This is, I would say, probably one of the most popular events that the Roswell Literacy Council does here is your annual Knowledge Bowl event. And this is a big fundraising event. For folks not familiar, the Literacy Council it's in the title that not only do they help people become literate, the ability to read, but they help folks get their high school equivalencies, help to get their English as a second language skills taken care of, their citizenship. They help a lot of folks with pretty much navigating all those needs, and they do it all free of charge. That's why the Knowledge Bowl is important, because it's not actually free of charge. So we have our Knowledge Bowl each year to get everyone to come out and have some fun, spend an afternoon out of the Joy Center, have fun, bring your friends, eat snacks, and brag about who's the most trivia knowledge person here. And at the end of the day, we'll crown a winner, and everyone will have a good time.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as far as like what you guys do, that's kind of, when we're not doing the Knowledge Bowls and things, folks are coming in, they're getting, it's various things. Some are getting that high school equivalency, or some are, like I said, that maybe they don't speak English at a serviceable level, and they want to get to a point where they can navigate life skills and everything here, and all the way to U.S. citizenship and making sure that they pass all the different tests and things they got to take to do that. That's what the Literacy Council does, and they do it all free. And so it's great work that what goes on, and they're always looking for volunteers too.
Well, if I may.
Absolutely. Yeah, I should shut up and let you guys talk. Huh?
No. I mean, that's a great introduction on this monologue. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to let Larry go ahead and with the trivia, but I'll do a little bit of a spiel on the Literacy Council. We've been around for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we discuss it every day of why people don't take advantage of it. Of course, we were hit very hard with the COVID. And, we're a nonprofit organization. We depend on funding from different organizations, United Way and many others that found other foundations.
Sure.
And, of course, a lot of the oil companies.
Private donors, yeah.
But the thing about it is that our services are second to none because it's all volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it with the Literacy Council is that there's only one thing that you said is we do have books for the GED. We do not teach
like a class.
The class on the GED because we'd have to go through the Roswell Independent School District.
Gotcha. But you can set the table to get that done for them. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing about it is that with the citizenship, and it's which is important to, especially this time and age right now, what's going on, and also where we tutor for English. Is, I don't know what it is throughout the community and business owners to stress to those employees, because you see them all over in every facet of industry here in Roswell. And I say industry from your eating establishments to ball and paint to wherever you want out in on the base or whatever, the Industrial Air Center. And I stress very strongly that this is a benefit not only to that particular person, but the business people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And our goal is to be able to tutor for the success of that client, to be successful in whatever job they have.
To be able to do it there on themselves.
I saw an article in the Roswell Daily Record just a couple of days ago, or a week or so ago, where some of these companies have truck drivers that can't speak English, so they can get their CDLs.
And all they do is reading English signs all day and navigating in English.
And so it's a benefit.
Absolutely.
It's not something that a person is going to take and forget. It's going to help them, and we're there to help them.
Well, and this, to me, I look at this as, and we have a lot of great organizations in our community do various facets, things helping kids, helping homeless, helping pets. all are needed, all are good. And what I look at is, this literacy council, this is investing in our people. This is, we can have our fundraisers to build this new center for this new thing or this new playground or for this, but equally as important is investing into the well-being of the people that call our community home, and to give those folks the tools to navigate life themselves, to pursue whatever passions they want without the caveat of a hurdle like a language barrier or a literacy barrier in the way. That's why this is so important. Is an educated community is a better community, and that's just what it is. And the more we can help our folks get to higher education levels, whether it's for day-to-day life stuff or to get that piece of paper to say they can do the thing to do the next thing, whatever that is, we want to make sure we make it as easy as possible to pursue those dreams and to give people not a hand up, but the tools to help themselves. And that's really what you guys do on a daily basis.
And we've been successful. We've had clients that have gone up to El Paso, nervous as hell, after being tutored for the citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll guarantee you one thing, man. You start going through that citizenship book, heck, I probably couldn't even pass it.
I was about to say, I think there's a lot of natural-born Americans that will have a very hard time passing the U.S. citizenship.
I tell you.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate enough that we were here in the United States and going to schools where we learned a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
Okay? And then we forget.
Well.
But they have to absorb it at a certain length of time.
People that are earning something versus giving something always appreciate a little bit more. That's just that's just humans.
That's right. And we've got another one that I think is very successful. She's an employee at Walmart, and she's from Romania.
Cool.
She just got back from Romania.
How did she end up in New Mexico from Romania?
Well, that's, I guess
I want to hear that story.
Well, that'd be an interesting story.
Yeah.
Probably have to take more airtime than
we're
having today.
I have to devote a show.
No, those are the things that I'm saying. We've had other nationalities that have come in to try to speak.
Sure.
To learn English.
I imagine you got to dig a little deep when you got the Russian to English. We need to. I don't think we got in the office.
Das Vidanya.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Das Vidanya. Yeah.
There he's gonna.
But anyway, I encourage the community and the business owners to recognize us.
Sure.
And take advantage of it. We're there to be taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
Because all we do is volunteer for the good of the community.
And I'm going to take a stab and this is where you guys and your other volunteers, this is where your heart gets filled, is those moments where that person from Romania now lands their first job or lands that first milestone in their life, and it's all because of what they've been doing through the Literacy Council. That's your payday. That's the day you're like, how cool is that? She went in here not able to communicate, talk to anybody, and now has a job, met somebody, and might be going on dates here pretty. You know what I mean? Just whatever that is. Well, that's the cool part about it, is see people's life grow because they walk through your doors one day.
Well, Well, in closing on this subject, Larry can go on and do his spiel.
Yeah, we got to talk about the fun
We're
part.
gonna, our founders, Erla Martin and Clayton Stallings, were instrumental. Like was the Trusa and so on and so forth, or other organizations.
Sure, take some stubborn brains to keep it going.
But there were the founding people of this particular organization, and there was others. And we're going to be honoring Clayton Stallings. Erla Martin passed away some time back, and so has Clayton Stallings. But we're going to honor, have a reception for Clayton Stallings.
Okay.
We were going to have it right before the trivia or the knowledge bowl, but it's going to be in October.
Okay, so we're going to make that a separate shindig a little bit later.
Perfect. And we're hoping
this deserves a bigger platform than just the knowledge bowl.
Invited.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think at that time we haven't set a time, but there'll be light refreshments and stuff like that, and we're hoping to honor this man that dedicated
and inspire the next generation to pick up the mantle.
Very generous to us, and not only when he was living, but even now in his passing. And I just wanted to mention that, and people that knew Clayton Stallings, which he was well known in the community, that we're going to be not only honoring him, but continue his legacy.
That's your honoring.
Of what he believed in.
That's the big honor.
And I'll leave it at that, but I want people to understand that we're there. We're at 609 West 10th Street, and our phone number is 575-625-1369.
Yep, call it, leave a voicemail if you don't get a person, and they'll get back to you here. And whatever, if you're looking, like you said, you want to start the process of getting your GED, or if you're wanting to, get your citizenship or whatever those things, the first thing you do is make that phone call, make that visit, and let's see where we go from there and see what the next.
We got a lot of material that's there for them to pick up,
and it's all free. Yeah, that doesn't cost you one dime to do any of this. That's the beauty of it. We're trying to help you get the foundation so you can afford to buy whatever you want, and I get it. When you don't have any skills, it's hard to have money. And when you don't have the skills to navigate, that's the problem.
Real quick, right here, I'll pass it to the treasurer. He spends our money.
Speaking of money,
he'll tell you a little bit what we're going to spend some money on in the coming week on what we're going to be getting.
We're thinking about a printing board, which is like a white chalkboard.
Okay.
Instead of a blackboard, it's a whiteboard. It's a lot
stepping
of them
into
electronics.
Next generation,
get some tablets for the kids.
Update some teaching aids here and step it into a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
It's because if not, it's going to look like Little House on the Prairie, where there's like the books with the belt wrapped around it. Yeah, and we all walk into the one old school, and we all got that one chalkboard with that one hunk of chalk that's about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to upgrade.
Yeah, we have to upgrade.
Although I ain't gonna lie, watching Little House on the Prairie, like, those desks are always great. They're so well thought out, storage and everything else. Anyway, I digress.
And that's it.
But the money, we're going to use some of this money from this year's Knowledge Bowl to upgrade some of the school material supplies, equipment, things like that. Yeah. And so now the Knowledge Bowl itself is coming up here on September the 28th, and it's going to be at the Joy Center, right?
Yes.
And now is the time to sign up your teams. Cost is $100 per team, and it's about what, 5 people?
5-man team.
5-person team.
5-person team.
Now, if you want to do it by yourself, go for it. But
yeah, that's the max.
Yeah.
Like if you can't find 4 friends and you want to tackle it yourself. Now I get it. And Knowledge Bowl's like, that guy's a know-it-all. I'm not going to partner with him and let him do it yourself. All right, but yeah, you and up to 4 and your friends. A lot of times we get different civic groups and organizations. A lot of usually our American Legion usually puts a team in, or you'll see like one of the other civic organizations.
Well,
teams.
last year the Lions Club won, and before that I think the Eagles won once a couple years ago. And we like to have Al Truce is always there. That's a great contributor.
I usually see scouts. Usually some scouts show up every. Usually a little group of scouts.
The Methodist church I go to put out a team, and the Lions also promote scouts. I think they had some scouts on their team.
Ah, okay. I remember seeing some scouts in uniform.
One was a kid
over the years too, and those are ace in the holes.
Yeah.
They hit you, and then all of a sudden there's one question that's probably not meant for people over 50.
Well, I'm not picking questions this year, but
Larry, you're not on question. You're not because usually they lock him in a room and he's not allowed to.
It's pretty hard to lock Larry up. But if I can, just real quick, we're stressing that the schools get involved.
Yeah, we'd love to see teams in the schools.
For the schools, it's free.
Awesome. So if you want to put a high school or a school team in,
and
no cost.
Sometime back in the newspaper, they showed that the Military Institute cadets were on either a debate team or whatever, and we're trying to see.
Bring them.
We got a person that's going to contact them.
The gauntlet's been thrown.
And,
that's right.
Bring your best.
Larry's going to kind of look around. I might get him on my team. But anyway.
So you're going to be are you going to go from moderating to contestant?
I doubt it, because I'm working with the team that picks questions. So
all right,
it'd be
I'm about to say
questionable.
Yeah, he's
about
meeting
my
with them.
ethics.
So Larry's throwing on his helmet and ready to go into the game.
Yeah, he is. He is. But Larry has done a fantastic job with this Knowledge Bowl. It's been known throughout the community for years. But like I said, this COVID had a lot to do with us not being able to participate.
Sure.
And
you weren't alone there.
but I would like to stress very strongly to the listening audience, especially the public schools, get these kids. It's free. Get teams so they can come out and they'll enjoy it. There'll be light refreshments and so on and so forth. But it's very important for the schools to get involved, not only in the sports, but coming out and bringing the kids. They have debate teams, they have this and that.
Socializing.
And socialize and see what it's all about. And again, it's free. For the schools, it's free. We welcome them. And if they're listening, to get in touch with us and come and have some fun.
Absolutely. I would love to see a contingent from Roswell High, Goddard High, NMMI, Gateway, all the above. Bring them on.
Well, to be honest, I approached the schools last time, and none of them responded. So I was really kind of disappointed.
Well,
this is an opportunity for Roswell to have an annual event.
I think this should be like this kind of and this is where not growing up here doesn't help me. Where I grew up in D.C., Maryland area, and I remember as growing up there was this, and I'm pretty sure it was a national thing, but there was this. It was actually a game show, and they had the high school age students competed, and it was called It's Academic, and it was this basically like a knowledge bowl, like a trivia bowl type thing, and they would ask, Jeopardy style questions, not in the form of answer in the form of question, but that style of stuff, and basically the schools would compete locally, and then as they got to like state level, they put it on like the TV channel and everything, and they'd have kids from, and I think it went on out of the DC area to where they would compete.
Well, I remember
on a national level.
A national show was on TV for high school students.
And was that it?
Yes.
It's academic? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That
but I remember like local regional ones to get to that one and everything else, and we don't have that or
There's
see
a big
that.
deal. Big deal.
And so I think Roswell's starting its own kind of, or continuing its own tradition, because this is not new. Knowledge Bowl's been going on for years. But getting it to that next level where it's, it's like Chili Cheese Fest or like it's Knowledge Bowl weekend. We're all going to go hang out. Oh, you know how we are. And, it's UFO Fest week. Oh, it's Chili Cheese Fest. Oh, it's Piñata Fest weekend. All right. It's Knowledge Bowl weekend. We need to put it in that kind of lexicon around.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get to the nitty-gritty here. It's at the Joyce Center, as we mentioned. That's at the west end of 19th Street in Montana.
1822 North Montana.
Montana, and that's near Sierra Grande for people who don't know anything.
Yeah, it's right down there. American Legion Post 28th down there, and
So it's a nice building. Lots of
the
parking.
Elks is right there.
It's comfortable. They have running water and electricity too, so it's good.
And the snacks are always good. Yeah, running water's help. It's nice when the toilet's flushed. It's so convenient.
And we have snacks, so we'll get some items
Make it your
donated.
cheat day. Make it your cheat day, because a lot of Oreos and cookies and good eats during that.
Sunday afternoon, 2:30, 2 o'clock, basically 1:45. Last year, I made sure it was not on a day that the Cowboys played. I'm not sure about this week.
Well, they play tonight.
They do play tonight.
This is the 28th.
Yeah, so it'll be a few weeks.
Sunday afternoon. So
I'll have to look at the
I don't know
schedule
who
and
we're
all.
competing with, but I like to make a couple suggestions. If you're a business and you're sitting out there and you want the publicity a little bit, and you have kids in high school, make a team, pay your $100.
Yep.
We'll give you publicity.
Absolutely.
So lawyers, firms, I don't care who you are.
We'll mention on the radio here. I'll help, whatever we can do. If you want to help the community, I'll definitely. I know usually there's like a silent auction or something where people. Is there any opportunities to donate for that still here?
Yes.
If they want to make donations, if you think, well, I can't go, but here I'll make a donation so they can get some money here.
Of course.
What's the best way to, and what's the deadline for that if they want to do it?
Well, we'll take that donation
right up to the day of.
Whatever,
Yeah,
the day of,
actually, I was
whatever.
you walk in the front door. We can put 40 people in, 40 teams in.
Gotcha. Okay, so come, but if teams want to pre-register, what's the best way to do that?
Okay, call the Joyce or the Literacy Council.
Okay.
I'll say again, 575-625-1369.
Okay.
And they're on 10th Street. It's near the old adult center.
So call and register your team.
Yeah, you can.
Like I said, you have up to 5 on your team.
Right.
And cost is $100 per team.
Per team.
And
if Roswell or Goddard want to compete, give me a team. I don't care if it's a football coach and his kids.
Yeah,
you know?
school teams get free of charge, and they waive the $100 admission fee for that. So sign on up, and it's a lot of fun. I've done it for years, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend if you got your groups, your civic groups, or it doesn't have to be. Maybe you go play like the bar trivia with your friends on a Friday night or whatever. We'll get them together and come on down to I won't have any booze, but we'll have the other stuff.
and you know that has become very, very, very popular, especially like in like Albuquerque. I know I've got friends in Albuquerque that like on Wednesdays and Fridays they go to a bar or whatever, and the group that's going to be doing the trivia. They've been here in Roswell. They've been going up. They have trivia at the Elks, the Eagles, which I'm a member of, and the Pecos Valley.
Yeah,
I think they've done it at Liberty and other other areas, and they're very popular because they bring a pretty good on show.
Yeah, is this the Mind Pro guys? They're doing it. Yes.
Yeah,
I happen to know that guy. He works.
So anyway, they're the ones that are going to be.
Good.
Doing,
yeah, Mind Probe. That's what they do. They do Chris does all his. Yeah, he's almost annoyingly obsessive about trivia stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
I think you're meeting with them today, right, Larry?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's going to be a fun shindig.
Well, we hope so, and we depend on the media. On you guys to get the word out.
Well, we'll ring the bell.
And you know, the thing about it is that again, I stress that this is for the community, and I don't know the questions or the answers right now, but we've always participated. We've always had fun, and as Larry mentioned, I think we won the first year that my team had it. We won. That was through the Eagles and LULAC because they were combined. But it's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's a lot of fun, and it really wakes you up a little bit on some of these because we couldn't even remember SpongeBob. Was just one of the questions.
You forget how much you forget sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
You know, the older we get, the more.
I'd like to make one comment. We had a single family came in last year, paid their $100. Nice. Basically had a boy and a girl. Looked to me like they were in middle school. And mom and pop, and they came in second.
Oh yeah.
Second, and missed it by a couple.
So youth is not
of points.
always a disadvantage in
so
these
if
things.
you're a family and you got the nerve to get up there, go for it.
My personal recommendation is you need a hodgepodge group.
Yes.
You need someone with a little long in the tooth that knows some of the older stuff that's very in there, but you need a few that know the younger pop culture stuff too that slips us by when they talk about some artist or something. You're like, who? What is that? I thought that was a sandwich. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So my recommendation is to get an eclectic mix. Get if you got a history buff, bring them in there. If you got a sports person, bring them in there. Music or whatever. Use your 5 wisely. Pick your. That way, if you do it right, in theory, all subjects are covered.
That's it. Well, that's right.
And then now all that strategy goes right out the window as soon as the first question happens. So it's. But again, we want to invite everyone out to the Literacy Council's 2025 Knowledge Bowl. It's going to be happening September the 28th at the Roswell Joy Center, which is located at 1822 North Montana. Cost is $100 per team. You can have up to 5 different team members on each team. There's going to be prizes provided and for the winning teams, plus there'll be a silent auction and some other things to be held to benefit if you'd like to help out, make donations, things like that. Again, all of the proceeds from this year's Knowledge Bowl going back to the Literacy Council. This year we're going to earmark that money for school equipment, school supplies, things to help some boards and some other peripherals to help these students to make it a little easier to teach them.
That's it.
And then, of course, if you need services in any way, shape, or form. If you want to find out, or if you want to volunteer, if you've got time on your hand, you do not need to be a Rhodes Scholar to be a tutor through the Literacy Council. They have, not only do they have the books to train the people to learn to read, they have the books to train the trainers to train the people to learn to read.
That's right. We just had a workshop Saturday from the Permian Basin, and we had groups from Texas and New Mexico, Carlsbad, and so it was very informative. And so it's we're not a fly-by-night organization.
Nope.
We're here. We learn as we go along.
Your shoes
to
are well
teach.
cemented.
Yeah.
No, that's not the connotation. And then that didn't come out the way I thought it was. That's not like mafia stuff. I was just saying they're anchored. We don't have cement shoes. Very good. Is there anything we missed, fellas? Is there any information or thing we got?
Well, I'd like to add that if there's someone out there with a teaching experience, we can use tutors.
Absolutely.
We have been tutoring out at the Challenge for several years, so we're not doing it right now, but we can if they want us to.
Well, and like I said, we always need more people to get and if so, retired teachers, things like that. Yeah, they're a huge asset. If you're looking to do that or want to spend some more time, I get it. My wife is a current teacher, and I know free time is something you don't have this time of year. But
That's right.
But when you're retired, a little bit, maybe help out there too.
I'd like to add also, this money goes toward keeping us running, but our expenses are low. We don't need a whole lot of money. But
they're not to run big cake parties every Tuesday or nothing.
No, the tutors are not paid.
It's all volunteers.
It's all volunteers.
Really, the covering is basically the materials that are used to educate. And to pay the light bill and that kind of stuff.
The building and stuff like that.
Make sure the sink.
We got a beautiful building.
Yeah, make sure the toilet's flush and the lights come on and all that.
Yeah, we keep the maintenance very, very. We stay on it.
Very, very hand to mouth organization. There's no extravagances.
And I also have to mention, and very quick, we house the Red Cross. They're one of our tenants there that have been there with us for some time. They were down here not only because of the flood, but we met people from all over the United States, and they came from different states to help with during the flood.
Sure. Well, when we live in a rural place like we do,
yeah,
Red Cross kind of needs to be on standby pretty much all the time.
That's right.
We give a hands up to Stuart Dietz, who's the director for this area, and I wouldn't want his job.
No.
Believe me. They keep him pretty darn busy. Man.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait, I bet.
Yes.
It's either desert, dry, quiet, or hurricane.
Yeah.
Nothing in between.
That's right. And we invite the public to come and browse around and take a tour of the facility.
Sure.
And again, I'm anxious to see and to honor this man and others that have participated in the Literacy Council because of its the utmost importance, man.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned it earlier, and I've always used that phrase. It's a tool, a tool that is going to work. It's in your hands.
Yep.
Make it work.
You don't do projects for people. Give them the tool bag with the tools and let them build the
That's
project.
it.
That's how you teach them. That's how you give them.
That's it.
Gentlemen, thank you. And, of course, like I said, we'll get you guys back in as we get a little closer for the other event here as we want to honor as we get that. So thank you, guys. And, again, please, if you don't mind, Larry, one more time, give out the phone number to the Literacy Council if they have any questions or want to sign up for Knowledge Bowl or anything related.
575, then there's 625-1369.
Very good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Who's on? Is it Larry's got to buy breakfast now? Who's buying breakfast? I don't want.
Dave's buying.
Oh, it's on Dave.
Dave's
Dave.
Okay.
Oh, Dave, you did the not it last. That was your.
That's right. You got to be quick.
That's right.
You got to be quick.
There you go.
Well,
thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is 8:57. Let's pause for Red Apple break and quick break. Don't go away.
That's right. You got to be quick.
That's right.
You got to be quick.
There you go.
Well,
thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
It is 8:57. Let's pause for Red Apple break and quick break. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Cirillo. At Artesia City Council this week, the council gave approval to the Chamber of Commerce to host an urban Airstream rally in town. The event consisting of groups of people who own Airstream travel trailers who camp together and spend a few days in town while giving back to the community by making or donating items. It'll be the state's first ever Airstream rally, and it takes place in November to coincide with the Balloons, Barbecue, Brews, and Bands event. The Artesia City Council also gave approval for Viva Skydive to be at the airport this weekend for tandem skydiving. The original plans called for a different firm to do the event, but the city says unexpected circumstances called for some changes. The city says spots for skydiving are already booked out, but there will still be plenty of space for spectators. And the council gave approval to the Finance Department to hold a city auction on October 11th. Items up for bidding will be power tools, vehicles, exercise equipment, and more. Roswell police report a man has been arrested in Albuquerque on a warrant for multiple counts of armed robbery, including the heist at the Farmers Country Market in Roswell and the theft of a church van that was then used in that crime. 29-year-old Brandon Harris was identified as one of the two suspects. Harris is expected to be brought back to Roswell today to face the charges in court. The second suspect has not yet been identified. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Hey, the Zia Volleyball Classic is coming up this weekend. Always a fun time. Goddard Rockets are 3-1. However, their last match was a 3-1 loss to Santa Teresa on Saturday, although the Rockets also swept Roswell that day 3-0. Roswell is 1-5, losing to Portales on Tuesday 3-1. So the Coyotes looking to rebound during the Invitational. Tonight, you've got NMMI playing host to Gateway Christian at 6 o'clock. NMMI 5-3. Gateway is 3-1. Gateway actually beat the Lady Colts last Friday 3-1. Dexter, after defeating Capitan in a sweep on Tuesday, is 5-1, and the Demons will play at Loving Saturday at 1 o'clock. Football action tonight. NMMI at Chaparral. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today. Low to mid 90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid 60s and a little bit gusty. And then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. The Wall Street Journal says companies' cost of employee health insurance will rise 9 to 10% next year, and companies may increase payroll deductions or raise the deductibles because of that. A business owner with 20 employees says he hates to raise those costs on his employees every year. Insurers say it's because of higher costs of health care. An investigation's been started into how the Bureau of Labor Statistics collects and revises employment and prices data in hopes of increasing credibility in the reports after several large swings. There's a new effort to let companies report profits twice a year instead of 4 times a year to save millions of dollars and focus on long-term growth instead of cutting costs and reducing hiring to hit Wall Street's numbers. One reason Chewy Pet Supply stock fell was that they said they'd reinvest more of their profits into the company to grow it. Sales fell at Children's Place, sales rose at GameStop. Striking machinist union members at Boeing in St. Louis tentatively agreed to a new contract after more than a month on strike and after Boeing said it had hired some replacement workers. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
It's one of those things we've all had on our mind. No matter how much we want to ignore it, we all know that wisdom teeth can cause pain, teeth crowding, and even infection. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. I am proud to be a part of an outstanding team who understands your concerns when considering wisdom teeth removal. Call us today and let our staff walk you through the process so that you are confident and prepared for your wisdom teeth removal. And don't worry, we have sedation dentistry options so that you can rest and feel at ease.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental. Call 575-622-4455. Prepare for liftoff, Earthlings. Crumlin Auto Group is beaming up as a proud sponsor of the 2025 National Championship Air Races. Experience the thrill, the speed, and the skies. Join Crumlin Auto Group September 10th through the 14th in Roswell for high-flying action that's truly out of this world. Learn more at KAGNM.com.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
This hour from Town Hall, I'm Rich Thomason. America remembers those lost on 9/11/2001. The mournful sound of taps heard at the Pentagon, one of the targets of the 9/11 terrorists. President Trump addressing service members at today's memorial ceremony.
To every member that still feels a void every day of your lives, the First Lady and I unite with you in sorrow. And today, as one nation, we renew our sacred vow that we will never forget September 11th, 2001.
Also ceremonies at the World Trade Center site in New York and near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as well as in villages, towns, and cities all around the country. President Trump says he'll posthumously award Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Law enforcement officials say the sniper who assassinated Charlie Kirk is thought to have jumped from a roof, fleeing into a nearby neighborhood after firing a single shot. The FBI says a high-powered rifle has been recovered from the scene. 31 years old, the Turning Point USA CEO and Salem talk host leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Inflation heated up last month. Price of gas, groceries, and airfares jumped, while a measure of layoffs also increased. It puts the Fed in a tough spot as it prepares to cut rates at a meeting next week despite persistent price pressures. In Florida, jurors have been seated for the trial of Ryan Ruth. He's accused of plotting to shoot then presidential candidate Donald Trump at a Florida golf course last year. Rally underway on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 573 points. The Nasdaq ahead 132 and the S&P 47 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Officials in Qatar are lashing out at Israel's prime minister for suggesting there could be further attacks on Hamas members in the country if they're not kicked out.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, other Israeli leaders
have gone on the record saying they had the right to do this in the same way that the United States had the right to go after Osama bin Laden after the 9/11 attacks. This Hamas leadership group was in Doha at the behest of Donald Trump, certainly, and of Qatari leaders to discuss Donald Trump's plan for a ceasefire in Gaza. That's what they were doing there, and yet they were attacked by Israel because Israel saw an opportunity with them being all together.
The BBC's Wira Davies, Qatar's prime minister, has accused Israel's prime minister of destroying hopes for hostage releases in Gaza. This follows that Israeli attack on the Hamas leaders in Doha. News and analysis at townhall.com. On Wednesday, the House passed its version of the National Defense Authorization Act with a bipartisan amendment to repeal 2 laws authorizing the use of military force in Iraq.
Legislation, which authorizes funding and sets policy for the U.S. military, passed 231 to 196. 4 Republicans opposed the bill, while 17 Democrats joined the rest of the GOP in voting for it. The AUMF amendment would repeal the 2002 Iraq War and 1991 Gulf War authorizations, as well as make it more difficult for presidents to bypass Congress on military actions. Lawmakers voted 261 to 167 to pull the AUMFs, which critics say have been abused by presidents as they grant the commander-in-chief authority to use military force without issuing a formal declaration of war. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
A government watchdog will audit how the Bureau of Labor Statistics compiles and reports some of the country's highest-profile economic data. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres inviernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday.
Indubitably.
Hope all of you are having a good morning so far. You know, it's been a crazy day, 24 hours. And, of course, also being 9/11, and we remember Patriots Day.
I believe they've already started. I think it starts at like 9 their time.
They usually start at East Coast time around 9 when the first plane hit and all that.
And that's when they start reading all the names and ringing the bell.
Yeah, they usually do something there at the World Trade Center site, the Freedom Tower, I guess now.
Yeah.
And then the Memorial. And then they usually do something out in Pennsylvania, and then obviously either at the Pentagon or at Arlington or both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's this day we do remember. But it definitely does kind of take a backseat to like yesterday and what everybody's talking about with all the school shooting, with the Charlie Kirk shooting, with everything.
Just because kind of like a lighter segue. Speaking of the Pentagon, did you know that the restaurant Five Guys will not deliver to anyone? They don't deliver. I mean, now you got DoorDash and stuff, so it's different. But back in the day, that was a staunch policy by the president of Five Guys, the founder of Five Guys.
One of the Five Guys.
And I bring this up because there's a Five Guys there in Langley, and from what I understand,
being Arlington.
Or Arlington, yeah. Several times they've gotten orders from the Pentagon, and they just won't deliver. Like everyone else is quick, let's get everything, get it to the Pentagon. Five Guys said no, drawing a line in the sand. We're just not going to do it.
Well, if y'all remember, even the president came to Five Guys.
Mhm.
Like they didn't go to the president.
Right.
The president came to them. I
Yep.
remember when Obama, he went to that Five Guys down. Actually, I know exactly which Five Guys it is. It's down near Ford's Theater and down by where the Caps play and all that. It's Five Guys down there. That's where we went.
It's and I think that's a concept that needs to be brought back is the president visiting the place. That was always kind of like when and they even made fun of it on SNL back in the Clinton days when Clinton would be out on his morning runs and he'd stop into the local McDonald's just to get himself a nice breakfast,
His
take
Big
a little
Macs,
break from his runs.
Yeah, he was a Big Mac guy.
Yeah.
Clinton. He kept, like when he got elected.
Right.
They kept feeding him Big Macs and asking him to play the saxophone. Remember?
It's fun. Congratulations, Mr. President. Now eat this burger and toot your horn.
Yeah, that's right. Play me a song and eat your sandwich. But yeah. Pentagon's it's a whole city within a city.
Yeah.
Technically, they could because they got a mall there.
But they released
you can shop there as a whole
They
thing.
released a statement. They said, under no circumstances are we considering changing our policy that we do not deliver our food. And the reasoning behind it is pretty sound. Five Guys is delicious at the restaurant.
Yeah.
The second you put it in a bag and walk 50 feet, garbage. You just throw that out.
Although that's a lie because I don't know. There's countless times I've gone to like Albuquerque or Lubbock,
Yeah.
and grabbed a sack of Five Guys to take home and eat the next day, and it's delicious too. I've done it.
Can we isolate the clip of Mike saying that I grabbed the sack of Five Guys?
It was a big bag.
It was a big old bag.
They were small, but yeah, and that burger was just as delightful day two as it was.
That's fair, but I think that
It's not as delightful, but
now,
it is delightful.
How were their fries after the drive?
No fry is better cold the next day.
Yeah.
The fries do not hold up.
And
But
that's the thing. They give you
they're still good.
like a whole basket and a half of fries.
If I will tell you right now, if you've never ever been to a Five Guys and you happen to go to one, never order the large fries unless you're feeding 4 people. One person can eat a small fry. 2 people can eat a small fry.
Oh, okay.
They literally put this little cup in there, and then you just dump a bunch of fries in the bag, regardless of the cup size.
Let me give you a more local restaurant pro tip. Not necessarily here in Roswell, but if you're ever up in in the Duke City and you happen to stop by a Twister's, Twister's became my go-to because it was literally like 3 blocks from the house from where I was living in Albuquerque, and so I loved going to Twister's. When you feel the need to step up and order yourself the Twister's burrito, your eyes are in fact bigger than your stomach. Trust me, get a quarter.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's all
Don't
you
get a
need.
half. If you think you can handle a half, you're wrong. Because the Twister burrito traditionally comes with all of the toppings, which include your lettuce, your tomato, the whatever sauces you have, and then of course a giant stack of curly fries. So it's definitely it's a man-sized meal. Even a quarter. That I struggle to finish a quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Note to self.
Yeah,
Try
boy.
that one day.
I love Twisters, man. And people are like, oh, the burgers are good. And I'm sure they're fine. I've just never had it. When I go to a place that's like world famous for a thing, I kind of just want that thing. Because, they've really worked to perfect that.
And I tend to get in niches. Like I'll go to a place and find a thing I like, and that's what I always get. And I'm like, you should try this. I was like, yeah, but I'm here and I want that.
I'm here, so I already got my mouth set up for this.
Going back to Five Guys, it was literally years later before I finally had a hot dog at Five Guys. Because I'm like, why am I here to get a hot dog?
Exactly. It's such an odd concept for a restaurant like a Five Guys. Now, at the same time...
But once I got one, it did not disappoint. It was a 10 of a hot dog.
At the same time, I will willingly and choose to go to, say, for example, Calichi's to get one of their hot dogs.
Oh, I love their hot dogs.
Oh, they're so good.
Like, you know what? Like, it's all bad for your business, but I'll get that 2 of the OG Caliche dogs and a Rocky Road Caliche, and I'm good to go.
I like it. See, I go one Windy City dog.
Yeah.
I love that. They're Windy City dog.
Yeah.
And then I'm torn as far as my Caliche goes. I love a Love Me Tender.
Yeah.
Like with the peanut butter and the bananas. That's pretty good. But then, there's a lot of really good ones on that lineup. So,
and actually, the one I'm also partial to is the one with the slaw and the chili. What's that one called? Is it a slaw dog?
It's the slaw dog, yeah.
It's got chili and the coleslaw.
And the coleslaw.
Yeah.
Which, pull back, like when I was a kid, we had this, every year we had a big carnival / festival in downtown that we called the Sand Bass Festival.
Yeah.
And every year, well, for like 3 years, my parents would rent a food truck, and we went out and sold slaw burgers and slaw dogs.
Okay.
So I had a little history slinging slaw.
So do you have a soft spot or a disdain for them?
I have very much a soft spot.
Okay, very good.
Because
It could go either way.
I would have one occasionally. I never really burned out on it.
Yeah.
And it's also been years. That's how you build a nostalgia food. You have to ignore it for decades.
Well, and that's the thing too is after years of remoting, I rarely ate a hot dog outside because I was like, every Saturday I'm eating hot dogs because I'm at a remote. That's what I have.
Well, now
and so I did now where I don't do remotes so often. Every once in a while, someone's like, here's a Nathan's. I'm like, all right, let's now I ain't I still ain't running to the remote grill for a bunch of ballpark dogs or whatever. That's fine.
No, pro tip.
No, I want a high-end dog.
And I've only pulled this move a couple of times, but the pro tip is right before you get to the remote, you stop by the Albertsons and you get yourself a 5-pack of Better Cheddars.
There you go. Throw them on there.
Have them in the extra cooler that Thomas keeps, and then give him a wink and a nod, and he'll throw one of them on the grill for you.
Shoot, if we're going that, I'll just bring some beer brats and throw it on there too.
Heck yeah. What'd you bring? A porterhouse, actually. Yeah.
All right.
Just a pile of hot dogs and a giant steak.
Oh yeah, that porterhouse is mine. Although, and then we got to move on because not that I won't eat it, but if you're creating hamburgers and you're using like prime rib to make the hamburger, I judge you.
Really?
That's not right. Prime rib is to be revered and respected, not ground up into a burger.
I feel the need to ask
because
there's been a bit of a trend that's
I'll eat it all day, but to me it seems wasteful.
How do you feel about Wagyu ground beef? Because that's sort of become a thing now.
I mean, if it's designed to be that, but if it was supposed to be a steak and now you're going to grind it up into into ground beef, no.
Right. Here's my biggest problem with that.
Poorly done.
At its core, Wagyu beef has massive fat striations.
Sure.
And that makes for a fantastic steak. But one's got to imagine all that fat's going to cook out of ground beef.
It could be a tasty burger. It's going to shrink like a
It's going to shrink.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, is it going to maintain that moisture? Yeah. Is it harder is it a harder meat to
I think you have to
tend
cook it. How you cook it depend. Like I think this is one of those ones you don't want to smash. You want to try to keep intact, keep the juices in.
Right. Did you, and their time has come and gone, and I know you got to go, but did you ever back in the day watch Epic Mealtime?
No.
It was great. It's just 3 guys in a kitchen, and they were trying to create the most calorie-dense foods. So they would take like every fast food burger, and they'd make a lasagna out of it.
Oh, God.
With each layer being like a double cheese, like a Baconator from Wendy's, or like a Big Mac.
I'm not going to lie. Those revolt me, those videos when they do that, where they take like McDonald's food or whatever, make some kind of weird casserole out of it.
It's that's one of the things though, because like towards the end they were starting to get desperate, so they're like, "We're gonna make a Wagyu beef meatloaf," and it was like, "But why?"
Right? Yeah. I mean, to me, that's like putting $10,000 rims on a $2,000 car. Man.
Which, if you drive around Roswell for long enough, you're gonna see it.
I know. That's what that reminds me of.
A Chrysler 200 was.
You're driving a Ford Escort with $10,000 rims. What the heck, man?
Dude. When I was in high school / early college, there was the trend of everybody getting the spinners from Walmart.
Oh, yeah, those spinners. They be spinning,
spinning, but not well.
No,
not well. When you got to get out of your car and start your spinners.
Yeah, well.
I mean, that's not a good
And I was
look.
at the age where they had the hot neon pink giant windshield wiper weighted blades. Remember those?
Uh-huh.
Everyone had those pink things.
When are we going to finally move on from the age of headlight eyelashes?
Oh, yeah.
Because I still see those.
Although certain cars do, like if you got a VW Bug or something that's kind of got like a face for a front.
But if you're driving,
or maybe even a Jeep.
If you're one of those like oil wives that's driving like an F-250,
yeah, and you got that.
It's a weird look.
Yeah. Now, no man should be doing it.
I have we don't have time to get into that. But I have a lot of thoughts about men who are like, I need me a good set of anatomy to hang from it. It's like, what?
That
why
speaks
though?
volumes if you
Really
have one
does.
of those. I mean, okay, the first guy that did it, funny.
Yeah.
Funny, good joke.
Mm-hmm.
But that shark has jumped so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And now it speaks more. Put it this way, I equate it to the Karen haircut and certain other things.
Yeah. I didn't even know they were still giving those out.
Well,
yeah, there you go.
Apparently in Philly, they're popular. All right, it is 9:18.
Have you seen my bait ball?
9:18. We're going to play our interview we had with the Chaves County Federated Republic Women, talking about their meeting next Wednesday, and of course Cowboy Prom this Saturday night out at the fairgrounds. So we're going to play that interview for you. But first, here is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today, low to mid-90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid-60s and a little bit gusty, and then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 64% with winds currently out of the south at 10 miles per hour. Sunny today and a high of 93 expected with south winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Expect an overnight low of 63 degrees. South winds 10 to 15 early. After midnight, those winds will drop down 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunny skies, 91 our high tomorrow. South winds once again 5 to 10 in the morning, 10 to 15 for Friday afternoon. Friday night, we are looking at a 20% chance at some showers and thunderstorms. They do say after midnight, so overnight hours there for the rain. Mostly cloudy. 65 for an overnight low with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, decent chances of rain. 50% chance at rain showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Mostly cloudy, 87 for a high with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 50% chance of rain continues into the evening hours, mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 62 degrees. And then looking at Sunday, mostly sunny, 90 for a high. And then when you head back to it on Monday, partly cloudy, 88. 88 and partly cloudy Tuesday, and 89 and sunny on Wednesday. All right, it is closing in on 9:21. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then on the other side, our interview with the Charlotte Gouroulet from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Coach, question for you over here.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. More for your trade and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows. And then they swarm around, taunting you.
We're eating your house. We're eating your house.
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
To the morning in studio this morning, Charlotte Goulet back with us from the Chavez County Federated Republican Women. Good morning, Charlotte.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm flying solo today.
all on your lonesome here.
All on my
today.
lonesome, but I have some great information to share. And
it's a busy time.
It is. It
yes.
is a busy time.
Of course, for folks that don't know, usually the Federated Republican Women usually join us about a week prior to their monthly meeting, which is always that third Wednesday of the month.
That's correct.
At the Elks Lodge. It's for the foreseeable future till we can get back to our permanent home here at the convention center. The Elks have been gracious and great hosts for the last several months.
Yeah, we've had some great feedback, of course. You know, the food is just amazing.
Yeah.
They do a really great job on.
See, and that's all they get the food right, everything else will work itself out.
Yeah. So it's the third Wednesday of the month. We meet at the Elks, 1720 North Montana.
Yeah, and you're invited to go and pre-order a lunch, or you're not obligated. If you just want to come for the meeting, you can just come and RSVP for that. But they do ask that you RSVP ahead of time here for so they can have a head count for food and all.
Promptly at 12. We have you out of there by 1.
Yeah,
and we have some very, very informative meetings.
Yeah, usually as obviously during election cycles, a lot of time it's usually elected or candidates for elected officials to come in. And this time of year, I imagine you get a lot. Right now, you start talking a little bit about legislative session stuff because I know it's, August, September time frame, but, we're going to be here in several months. We're going to be hot and heavy talking about this kind of stuff.
That's true.
And so there's a lot of times you'll see a lot of legislators kind of during this time talk about kind of how the sausage is made at a lot of their different, aspects here. And so that's what these meetings are great. If you want to get information about what's going on in our state, in our county, federally even, in terms of from not only the Republican stance, but from a political stance on what's going on, policies, things that we're hearing that other legislatures are going to be bringing up to this next session, things that we want to support, things we don't want to support, all of that.
True. Come and join us. We have a lot of informative speakers. This next meeting will have all of the city council candidates coming in on the Republican.
So this will be kind of like a candidate forum for the municipal election coming up here.
Yes.
And I say this every single time. The people that impact your day-to-day lives are the folks at your city and county levels. These elected officials, the decisions they make are going to have a greater impact on your life than even a president of the United States will make sometimes.
Locally.
So it is very, very important that you know that when you go to vote, whether check the boxes for the people that truly line up with the things you believe in, and not based on pretty signs or I went to church with that guy or whatever that, what people use to make these decisions. You come to these meetings, hear directly out of the horse's mouth what they believe and don't believe. And the cool part is you get to talk with them about it, because they're going to be there, and you can get there during lunch or a little before or after, and they love to sit and talk with people, and then you can get your questions answered and stuff.
Absolutely.
And so, and please, I don't care who you vote for, but vote educated. Vote for people that you believe, value, and give me good reasons for it. Don't say, well, I see their signs. They got a lot of signs, or they're all over the place. That's great. Spending a lot of money doesn't mean they're good at their job.
Yes. Who we have scheduled to speak, of course, these are all for city council seats. For Ward 1, we have Christina Arnold, who is the incumbent, and Jerry Jano. For Ward 3, the 4-year term, we have Ed Hildebrand, who's the incumbent, and then Nicholas Ballinger. Also, for Ward 3, the 2-year, we have Kurt Gass and Richard Hesse. Ward 4, Robert Horn, who is the incumbent, and for Ward 5, James Ridgway. So come out, listen to them, get familiar. You have an opportunity to come and ask questions, and I'm sure, they'll be just more than happy to visit with you. So make an effort to come out.
And I'm telling you, this is the important, and this is the part that, because this is, and really we're at the level where you're dealing with real people.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to sound, but as the higher you get, the more polished politicians get. That's just, and let's face it, people that are city councilors or county commissioners for that matter, their day job is something else. They're lawyers, they're shop owners, they're whatever.
Right.
Pastors, whatever, they got daily lives. Whereas when you start getting to, even at state house and senate levels, that they have day jobs too, but by and large, that's more of a full-time job for them.
Yeah.
Where
it's amazing to see so many candidates coming out. That's really great. That they are coming out and wanting to represent.
Like I said, that the best part is you see a lot of new names on that.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. We want people to get involved in our community, give choices. But this is why you come into this meeting. So come and enjoy a great meal with us at the Elks Lodge next Wednesday. But RSVP, and let's hear what these candidates have to say.
Absolutely.
It's only been about a week or two since they've officially announced the candidates' listings, and so we're all still kind of digesting who's running and all this kind of thing.
Exactly.
And so this is really your first opportunity to
put a face
hear,
to a name
and hear about it.
Listen.
I know Leadership Roswell alumni, they're working on their candidate forum later on and all that. But this is your get involved in all these. When the paper does their thing, get involved with that too, and
enjoy a great meal.
Yeah. So I got to ask, what's on the menu?
On the menu is chicken strips and gravy, baked potato, and a salad.
All right.
Dessert, tea and water for $17.
Can't beat that.
Cannot beat that.
$17 nowadays gets you like a Happy Meal, I think. That's about it. Yeah.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah. So, if you're interested, give us a call.
Absolutely.
Shout out. We can, we're on Facebook.
And if you're not hungry, you don't have to. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to not be hungry. No, I'm going to be good, not eat.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get there, and it's going to smell good. It's like, I should have got a meal. So just go ahead and get the meal.
The door opens at 11:30. You have an opportunity to eat before, the candidates.
And then right up at noon is when the meeting portion of the event. Yeah. And like I said, you get them out of there by 1 o'clock, so they can go back to their day jobs and all that good stuff.
Very true.
But please come. And like you said, since in theory, all of the candidates should be there that are available will come. And like I said, they usually get there early, and they'll be sitting and mingling and stuff at the beginning, and it's a chance to network and catch up and chat with people. It's a great business opportunity too if you're looking to make some business connections.
Absolutely.
I highly recommend you come out and network a little bit too.
I know it's a busy time. We've got the air races that are going to be starting, but come out for an hour
Absolutely.
And a half. Listen to the candidates.
Absolutely.
Enjoy a great lunch, network.
Yeah.
And then you can continue with your day.
And this will all be next Wednesday.
Right.
It's always unless otherwise noted, it's the third Wednesday of the month. 11:30 at the Elks Lodge. You can put it on your calendars and things. That's the monthly schedule for it. And especially since we got municipal elections coming up, and then next year's an election year.
Right.
These meetings are gonna get a little bit busier, a little bit more informative each month as we get close to these things.
Yeah, we're hoping for next month that we can have all of the candidates running for mayor and the school board. So that we're going to have a
Again,
full calendar. Yeah.
These are the people that really impact your day-to-day life much more than a president or someone that's on the news every night. You know, that these are the folks that make those decisions.
Yeah.
Make an educated choice when you do.
Right. And, we also have the Cowboy Prom that is scheduled for the 13th.
That's this weekend?
That
Yes.
is this weekend. So if you're interested in purchasing tickets, we still have tickets available.
So when you're done sweating and everything, and kick back, maybe cut a rug or two, and enjoy a great evening of great food, great music, silent auction, and again, all of the proceeds from the Cowboy Prom go into like scholarship programs and all the charity work that the Chaves County Federated Republican Women
It helps
do.
us, reach out to the community and support the community.
Yeah,
with
so
our
come
efforts.
and this is I'd say annual event, but it's a non-election year annual event.
Right.
It happens every year. There's non-election years.
Correct.
And that is this year. So
Biennial.
there will not be one next year, but there is one this year. So,
Right.
and it's this Saturday. It'll be out at the fairgrounds there in the
fairgrounds.
education building.
Arts and Crafts.
Arts and Crafts building, sorry.
Arts and Crafts building. Graham Brothers will be performing. $75 per ticket if you want to enjoy a great meal catered by Peppers.
Peppers is once again
Right.
on the grill,
Mhm.
doing the brisket and what have you there. I
Yes,
think,
the green chili brisket.
Yeah.
And, we'll have dancing only at 7:30. Doors will open.
So if you want to come just
Right.
and dance, you can get a cheaper ticket to do
$25
that.
just
That
for the
does not
dancing.
include the meal and things. But if you want to, I'm telling you, you're going to get there. You're going to smell the brisket. And you're like,
Again.
I should have eaten. So you're going to regret that. So go ahead and get your meal and all that. Is there still tables available now? Or is that pretty
Yes.
much filled?
We
on
still have tables
Okay.
available. And, we have, if you want to just come in and enjoy the meal, $75
Mhm.
for a ticket, $25 for dancing.
And-
So
and
reach
if you
out
know-
to Angel Mays at the Calico Cow.
Okay, but
Yeah.
pretty much any Federated Republican Women member can get you a
Yes.
ticket or get you in touch with a
Absolutely.
ticket. If you don't know Angel directly or don't know a Chaves County Federated Republican Women member, go to their Facebook page, just Chaves County Federated Republican Women, type some combination thereof. It should pop right up on your search. Shoot a message, and then
We have our email, which is rsvpccfrw.
And you go directly through that, too.
.com.
Yeah.
Right. You can RSVP that way. You can give us a call. You can stop by Calico Cow, purchase your
But-
ticket, or reach out to any of the board members.
I am telling you now, you're on officially the 2-minute notice, the 2-minute warning. It is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
We've been talking about it for months. You can't dilly-dally anymore. You got to do it now.
Right.
We're the land of manana. Guess what? It's manana.
It is. That's very true. We encourage, everyone to come out and join us. It's going to be a great time. I
Absolutely.
know, a lot of people will be out at the races, but hey, this is in the evening, during the evening,
Yeah.
and, you can let your hair down and
Come back, have a great meal, have a
Scooter boot and
have a cocktail, and just kick
Right.
back and enjoy, meet with friends, hang out with them, or make some new ones. I'm hoping we get some out of towners come for a night out too.
Oh,
hope
I know.
If you're just looking for a night of dinner and dancing, come after a night of races, come on out and hang out with us.
we did
Love to-
share the information, with the air
And you're
races,
supporting
so-
a great cause because the money's going to go back to
Right.
our scholarships, our kids, our youth, and everybody here.
Yes, absolutely.
Assurance Home, they do a lot of
Mhm.
work with Assurance Home,
Yeah,
helping out
we
there.
have-
So that's where that money's going to places
We have
like
various committees, yes, and they all reach out to the community. So, come and join us. Buy a ticket.
that. And I would imagine too. We also probably want to put on radar that we're not far from Veterans Day and all that coming up in November. And I know part of the tradition with the Chaves County, they always do a special November Veterans meeting where they do it to honor the veterans. So that'll be coming up here in a
Yes, sir.
couple months too.
Absolutely, that's
And
on our schedule.
Don't sleep on that one. Now's the, it may be a little early to RSVP, but now's to start thinking about that plot and plan. And they always like to do a special someone and honor our veterans every year during that. And
Absolutely.
they give them free meals, and they usually like a certificate, and they do it upright, do a thing. And we try to get as many veterans out there and pack the room with as many prior service folks as possible.
Yes. So, save the date or be looking for additional information. We'll
Yeah.
be sharing that next month.
And membership too. Always looking for more members to the Chaves County Federated Republican Women.
Yes, that's correct. It's not only open to women.
You don't have to be a woman to be a member of the.
Right.
Now you will serve as an auxiliary associate role.
An associate member.
And which is very equally as important as the main thing. But yes, if you're looking to serve, they they got so many committees. Maybe if you want to like work with youth and stuff, then there's opportunities through the Federated Republican.
Yeah, we
if
have
you
many,
do want to
many.
get more involved in the political side and getting involved in candidates and things like that, there's opportunities there too to do all that. So
we have, various committees: Americanism, Caring for America, Literacy.
or if you want to get more
leadership.
involved at a state level, do it through the Chavez County and use that as your entryway. If you're thinking, you know what, I'd like to be more part of the state party. Well, use the Federated Republican Women as that conduit to put you in touch with the right people and start making those introductions and doing that
we're
kind
here
of stuff.
to provide information and keep the community informed, politically
Because
informed.
if you want our state better, guess who's going to fix it? It ain't going to be, to be honest, our elected officials. We got to put the right ones in there. We got to put the people in there. We, the community, have to roll up our sleeves. And how do you do it? It starts by attending these meetings and being in the know.
Right.
That's the thing, forget the delicious chicken strips, forget all that other stuff. The people that you're going to be hearing from, they're going to be some of these people are going to be making very important decisions.
Yes. Again, that date is Wednesday, September 17th, Roswell Elks Lodge, 1720 North Montana.
Yeah.
Doors open at 11:30. So, come
Very
by
important.
and join us.
Yeah,
And we'd
please
love to
get
have you.
involved. Please get, it's fun to get on Facebook and complain or do whatever, or join this page just to rant and rave and share some meme that may or may not be factually accurate. It's the better way. Get involved. Show to meetings like this. Get involved in committees. And as we get into the political here, actually could do it right now with the city council and stuff, but as we start talking about next year's election, when the candidates start kind of cream comes to the top here kind of thing, we start, and then, obviously during primary season, the Federated Republican Women play neutral. They let the candidates, quote unquote, duke it out until after the primary, and then once that, then it's rally the troops and all support our party candidates. And so
Our
if you
mission
wanna-
is just to keep the community informed.
Yeah.
So.
And so, but if you want to get more involved in individual candidates and things like that and learn about it, being a member of the Federated Republican Women in some capacity is kind of an extra way to do that, because you come to these meetings and you get to talk and see these candidates and how they operate and see the real part. When they get, to be honest, when you talk about political and politicians, I'd pay more attention to what they say off stage than what they're saying in front of a bunch of people, because that's a rehearsed thing. It's how do they interact around everybody, talking to people, the things they do.
If you'd like more information, give me a call. I'm
Yeah.
always available. My number is 575-626-6667.
Absolutely.
Reach out and I can, share additional information.
They would love to have you be involved and more involved. Plus, put it this way, the last thing that we want to have is no one involved or no one excited, because that give it up. So coming to these meetings, being informed, hearing what these candidates have to say, making informed choices when it's your turn to vote based on what you're doing. That's you being a good citizen. That's you doing your part to make our community great. So we invite you to come and hear the information so you can help make our community great.
Absolutely. We're a great group.
Yeah. Charlotte, I know is there anything we missed that we wanted to cover there? Or do we pretty much
No,
get it all?
I think we have it all.
So come on out this Saturday, Cowboy Prom at the Arts and Crafts Building. Still can get tickets. See any Federated Republican Women member, or shoot an email to the RSVP at Chavez County Federated Republican Women.com, or go to the Facebook page or any of those things.
Give me a call. We'll get you some tickets.
And don't forget to RSVP for next Wednesday's meeting, again, 11:30 at the Elks Lodge. Lunch starts at 11:30. The actual meat of the meeting will start about noon. You'll be out the door and back, heading back to work by 1 o'clock.
Right.
Good deal. Thank you, ma'am, as always.
Thank you.
Don't work too hard, or I know there's always 12 balls need to be juggled at one particular moment.
Yeah, that is so true. Oh, my goodness.
But we
So
appreciate
true.
what you guys are
Well,
doing.
I appreciate you letting us come in and talk to you.
Anytime. And anything else we can do, let us know.
All right.
All right. Take care.
In town, the event consisting of groups of people who own Airstream travel trailers who camp together and spend a few days in town while giving back to the community by making or donating items. It'll be the state's first ever Airstream rally, and it takes place in November to coincide with the Balloons Barbecue Brews and Bands event. The Artesia City Council also gave approval for Viva Skydive to be at the airport this weekend for tandem skydiving. The original plans called for a different firm to do the event, but the city says unexpected circumstances called for some changes. The city says spots for skydiving are already booked out, but there will still be plenty of space for spectators. And the council gave approval to the finance department to hold a city auction on October 11th. Items up for bidding will be power tools, vehicles, exercise equipment, and more. Roswell police report a man has been arrested in Albuquerque on a warrant for multiple counts of armed robbery, including the heist at the Farmers Country Market in Roswell and the theft of a church van that was then used in that crime. 29-year-old Brandon Harris was identified as one of the two suspects. Harris is expected to be brought back to Roswell today to face the charges in court. The second suspect has not yet been identified. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is an example of defund, dismantle, no bail madness, reimagine the police madness. This young girl should be alive today. This shouldn't be politicized, and conservatives should not be called racist because they're standing up for what is right, and that is the life of an innocent woman. Just like nobody in Chicago seems to give a damn when 58 people are shot and 8 or 9 are dead on a weekend. Or this past weekend, 19 shot, 8 dead. No, I'm sorry, 9 dead. The number went up.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
So our friends in Israel are on the front lines, surrounded by the constant threat of nations that want nothing more than to bring down Israel, destroy it, wipe it off the map. Now, we saw what happened on October 7th, the Holocaust, the Free Palestine movement, all reminders that anti-Semitism is alive and well. It's sad. It's in the halls of Congress, on college campuses. You see the rise of anti-Semitism on the world stage. We have to fight back. We have to stop it. And with our faith and our devotion to our friends in Israel that are under fire by radical Islamic terrorists, now is the time to take a stand. Now, this alliance with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews has been incredible in terms of helping Israel in their time of need as they fight for their very survival. Let's be unified together in recognizing God's faithfulness by supporting his chosen people. To learn more, go to ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.
Hi, everyone. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. As one Pro Bowl cornerback works his way back into full-time action, another misses practice due to injury. Updates on Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland after this.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you...
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service. Guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenAirport.com.
Pro Bowl cornerback Trayvon Diggs played 27 snaps in last week's season opener. Considering it was just 9 months after knee surgery, overall it was a quick return to action, and he could play even more this weekend. He may need to because Deron Bland missed practice yesterday after hurting his foot in Monday's practice. Diggs is hoping to be able to contribute even more Sunday because he knows the Giants' offense features one of the top young receivers in the NFL in Malik Neighbors.
I got a tremendous amount of respect for Malik, run good routes.
balls, got good speed, good hands, everything full package. So, you know, it's going to be a good test for us this week. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yesterday, former number 1 overall NFL draft pick Jadeveon Clowney was here at the Star visiting with coaches and staff, but the defensive end has not been signed, at least not yet. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking good today, low to mid-90s, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy in the afternoon, but not too bad. Overnight will be clear, low to mid-60s and a little bit gusty, and then Friday we get sunshine, low 90s again. We do have low pressure developing on Saturday that may bring us a few afternoon showers or thunderstorms, upper 80s, sunny and around 90 on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Inflation heated up last month as the price of gas, groceries, hotel rooms, and airfare rose, along with the cost of clothing and used cars. Consumer prices rose 2.9% in August from a year earlier. That's up from 2.7% the previous month, and it's the biggest increase since January. Many economists believe the Fed will cut rates at its meeting next week after recent data revealed a labor market that's been softening for longer than previously thought. No change in interest rates in Europe. The European Central Bank is holding rates right where they are. European economies are currently dealing with the fallout from President Trump's higher tariffs. Among the pre-market movers on Wall Street, shares of FedEx fell 1.3%, UPS slipped 2.1%, after Bank of America downgraded both package delivery companies' stock. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
For those of you in Roswell for the National Championship Air Races, welcome to our town. The prophet Isaiah gave the following words of encouragement to God's people during ancient times. He shares how we can also fly high with God's strength behind us. Here's what he writes. Do you not know and have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even the young grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They'll soar on wings like eagles. They'll run and not grow weary. They'll walk and not faint. As the planes fly and race above Roswell, know that God's strength and the strength he offers to all who follow him is stronger than anything else we'll see all this week. At Country Club Road, we're here to be your strength as well, no matter where you find yourself.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, cost and ability to pay shouldn't get in the way. That's why Trans-Aero Medevac, through the generous support of the Written in Red Foundation and the PY Foundation, provide air ambulance memberships to the residents of Eddy County at no out-of-pocket cost. As an Eddy County resident, as long as you're flown by Trans-Aero Medevac, Trans-Aero will accept your insurance or third-party payment with no additional out-of-pocket expense. Best of all, as a resident of Eddy County, you're automatically enrolled, free of charge. Because when minutes matter, financial burden should be the last thing on anyone's mind. You have a choice. Be sure to request Trans-Aero, a streamlined, personal, patient, and family-friendly air ambulance service. Flown for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air. Prepare for liftoff, Earthlings. Krumland Auto Group is beaming up as a proud sponsor of the 2025 National Championship Air Races. Experience the thrill, the speed, and the skies. Join Krumland Auto Group September 10th through the 14th in Roswell for high-flying action that's truly out of this world. Learn more at KAGNM.com.
How do you find a roofing contractor you can trust? You can randomly pick one, cross your fingers and hope for the best, or maybe you can ask a psychic to predict who's trustworthy. Here's a better idea. Choose one who prefers using America's most trusted roofing brand, Owens Corning. And rest easy, because Owens Corning screens their contractors for reliability, professionalism, and customer service. Why take any chances? Owens Corning, trusted contractors, proven products. For an Owens Corning preferred contractor, visit owenscorning.com/roofing.
For a free estimate, give Do Right Roofing a call today. 575-623-2273.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
For those of you in Roswell for the National Championship Air Races, welcome to our town. The prophet Isaiah gave the following words of encouragement to God's people during ancient times. He shares how we can also fly high with God's strength behind us. Here's what he writes. Do you not know and have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even the young grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They'll soar on wings like eagles. They'll run and not grow weary. They'll walk and not faint. As the planes fly and race above Roswell, know that God's strength and the strength he offers to all who follow him is stronger than anything else we'll see all this week. At Country Club Road, we're here to be your strength as well, no matter where you find yourself.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:55. Got a few minutes here before they kick me off the radio. Of course, we are in our full on going on with the air races out there today. Don't forget, they've got of course, downtown here on Main Street. They've got the afterburner stuff with things going on down here on Main Street this evening. Out at the college as well at Eastern, they've got the swimming pool is going to be open from 6 to 9 tonight. $5 per person. Go swim at the pool. The dining hall will be open until 9 o'clock tonight, so if you want to grab a meal while you're down there. The gym also will be open, so if you want to go work out and use the facilities, or who knows?
I prefer James.
Yeah. I prefer J.I.
The James will be open.
But that'll be from 5 to 9, and then the Scouts are doing movie night at the Performing Arts Center each night at 6 o'clock tonight. $5 per movie. I know they're all like The Rocketeer, Iron Eagle, movies like that.
A lot of flight movies.
Yeah, it's
Disney's planes, or Disney Pixar's planes. Also, if you want to venture to over to Artesia this evening, we've got a 3-night festival that culminates in Red Dirt Black Gold this Saturday. Yeah. Tonight is Tejano night. We'll have a few local and I think statewide Tejano bands, and Miss Claudia will be out there emceeing.
I'm about to say, is it that? And I think isn't Digger going to be out there one of the nights?
Digger and the Diva will be out there tomorrow night, and I'll be out there I'll be out there tomorrow night for Rhythm and Blues night, and then Digger and the Diva will be your MCs for Red Dirt Black Gold
Saturday night.
For the official festivities.
Country side.
Of course, Beer Garden, Kids Zone.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. It's the biggest block party of the year, and we're spreading it back. And I think this year we're back over by Texas Avenue. So.
Yeah, and then of course they got the Cowboy Prom Saturday night here. Is Chili Festival this weekend too?
I'm not.
Or is that next weekend?
100p on that one. I'm not sure.
I think that's this Saturday too. After Farmers Market.
And since we're getting the plugs in. For all you folks who are visiting from parts unknown, if you want the best breakfast in town on Saturday, Salvation Army.
Oh, yeah.
They got their pancake breakfast, which is more than just pancakes. They got the full-blown omelet bar.
$10, man.
Full breakfast. $10, yeah.
And it all goes back to the Salvation Army programs, and you'll eat good. Go to the Salvation Army on college.
You will leave with plans that will not come to fruition.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, from here I'm going to go to the farmer's market, and then... No, you're going to go home and you're going to nap.
Put it this way. I think you can expect to see us there at some point in the morning on Saturday. We roll in as a crew and there and go eat.
Oh, yeah.
So I think our plans are to do that this Saturday.
Indubitably.
So chow down. Of course, you might be a little late because you got a late Friday.
Yeah, but I'll manage it.
You can get up for some eggs and some hash browns.
Sleeping in for me is like 6:45, right. So yeah, I'll make it.
I hurt myself last time. I was like, because here's how it works.
There's so many options.
Yeah, because you go, they got the omelet or egg bars. So we can get omelet or eggs or whatever. So I went there first, put in my order for my omelet, and then I walked over to where all the rest of the food was, where they had like another quiche thing and some bacon and sausage and hash browns.
Gravy, the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole nine. And I got all that. And then I ate all that. And then by the time I got through that, oh, here's your omelet. Oh, I forgot about the omelet. Oh, man.
Yeah, so, and you it sets in, you're like, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, so I ate the omelet, and I'm busting at the seams full. And then I go up and say, oh, they put cookies out.
Yeah, they got cookies out, yeah.
And I literally had a glass of milk and cookies at the end, and I entirely did not need it, wanted, or should have had it.
It's the best way to end a breakfast.
But $10, man, it was great. I don't know how they. Thank you to some donations. I think Albertson. There's a couple of different places that helped them out. We do appreciate it because there is no way they would make money if they had to buy all that food on their own. So.
Lots to do and see around Roswell.